What's good, Century Gun? How are you? And Starmute. The gang's all here. How y'all feeling? I think we're gonna switch to Kingu today. You know? Kung Pao guy gets a lot of screen time. You don't give it up for Kingu enough, I don't think. We'll let him rock today. You're just watching this week? Heck yeah, dude. I feel like watching can be just as informative for you improving as a player as playing. It is me. What's good, Hispanic at the disco? Thank you so much for answering a bunch of questions, by the way, Hispanic. I really do appreciate it. We already got Cujo fans in the chat. Reminds me, I have to update the bracket. Thank you so much, Hispanic. I know that kind of stuff can go unnoticed, but I want you to know I always see it and I always really appreciate it. Just hope everyone has fun. There's no fun to be had. I have this idea, this might sound cringe, but I always have this idea that if I was actually in a bracket on like a big stage, right, playing for money, and my opponent was like, yo, what's good, Bones? Like, really excited to be here, let's have a good set. I would just respond with like, this is no room for emotion. One of us will die on this field of battle. Then after the set, I'd be like, what's the... I just like to imagine that's how I'd act. What's good, Tenebrio? Oh my god, yeah, dude, that worm. That was a stiff worm. I feel like Brian F is too tall to do the worm. I don't think that's actually a disqualifier, but it feels like it is, right? I feel like the taller you are, the more likely you are to just injure yourself doing the worm. Keep it down over there, hobo. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good Monday. Who will be the villain, anti-hero, and hero? Let's look at the bracket. Who's in it? I have not looked at it. Oh, this isn't finalized yet. So this is going to be a little bit who knows when we get into it. There is a co-comment. Oh, I didn't put it in the title. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, it's Red.MufflerMan. Red.Mufflerman, the all-time homie, will be hanging out with us tonight. Did somebody say Cujo fans? Yeah, I see them bearing down. I think Cujo might be the hero simply by audience vote. Your hand did not explode after playing fighting games, Whiskey? That's very exciting to hear. I think Cujo might be our hero. I'm willing to cash it in. Cujo's the hero. I think Rebu might be our villain still. I believe they were the villain last week. However, I believe Rebu did not make it to top 8 last week, right? So last week, you know, they were looking a little bit like the villain of the week. But maybe this week, they can attain the season title. You know what I mean? The overarching villain. I don't think, oh no, he is. You know what? I'm gonna, how about this, everybody? I'm gonna patch together a storyline for all of us to follow. Are y'all ready? I think Crouching Idiot has hit his anti-hero mark. You know what I mean? I think Crouching Idiot, he's not the main character anymore. Now we're in season 2, but they're like the really cool old protagonist who's hanging out. And they can kick butt better than anyone on the current team of actual protagonists. You know what I mean? I think that's the angle we've gone toward. Let's use in bracket. Luminous Jellyfish is in bracket. Anonymous is in bracket. Tharmute. Good old Aiden CG. CG Coconut Gun. If Rebu wins, he wants to guest host. Would you let him? Maybe. Here's the genuine answer, because I don't ever want to give people the wrong idea. The reason I'm extremely selective on co-commentators and stuff has very little to do with people or how talented they are as a co-commentator or how talented they are as a player. To be honest, there's just a very specific vibe that I generally want to have on these streams that is just hard to select for. So I tend to go with people where I feel like I can kind of attain that vibe. So it's never me being exclusionary. I would just never want the situation where I unfortunately have to, like, you know, comedy cane a co-commentator. That's not fun for everybody, you know what I mean? Nobody wants that. I'm not sleeping on Cujo. I'm not that, that's actually like the last thing I'm worried about, Whiskey. I always, in case you've never heard me say it, my, like, whatchamacallit, I don't want to use the word censored, but my tempered way of saying that is I always say fired out of a cannon into the sun. Yeah, in the event somebody is fired out of a cannon into the sun, you know, it's just like a natural disaster. You just move on. Oh, well, that's a thing that happened. Expunge the VOD. Purge it from existence. Good there, Sophie. Thanks for dropping by. You know, I should probably turn on Guilty Gear Strive. Whoops. Oh, yeah, if you've never... Okay, so... Some of you may be new to the Bone streams, but... that's just kind of a joke where one time I used to just raid like random people after streams, and then I stopped doing it. And then the reason I gave was that you just never know if you're gonna raid somebody and they're gonna go, "Yo, Solid Bones, thanks for the raid." Yo, y'all, cannibalism kind of slapping, you know? Like, you just never know. That's why I don't raid random people anymore. It's never actually happened. Whoa, dude, isn't it crazy how much faster Strive starts up nowadays? Isn't that actually wild? For those of you who don't know, we will be getting started in about 8 minutes. The bracket will be finalized in 3 minutes. We'll be getting RedMufflerMan in just a few. Everyone watch out. This NeuroTrace guy, I'm not too sure about them. I don't know why. Put an eyeball. Hey, may just want to take a peek. I think today's Strive lobby password is the most it ever looked. Somebody typed out the noise they made when they sneezed. I've never seen that many consonants slammed together. But I am excited for some Guilty Gear Strive action. I hope all of you are too. As always, the wonderful Sigwin will be holding it down on the TO front, so if you have any questions about the Brackaroony or anything like that, yell at them in the Discord. I will do nothing but sit here and yell about video games, as is my prerogative. All right, everybody. Yeah, let's cut that. Let's uncut this. Oh, no. Hold on. I forgot. My, Hey, question. Can you edit your system settings when you're in a lobby already? Nah, it's all good, dude. And I don't want to, like, drag it into the Discord. I just might be streaming a little bit less for a period of time. Or, sorry, drag it into the Twitch, I mean. One sec. I need to see if I can change my system settings. So let's get RedMufflerMan on the horn, why don't we? Get him on. Is that RedMufflerMan on the telephone?
Well, as you would say in your own words, hello, yes, it is I, on the horn, on the telephone. Hello.
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing alright, I'm doing alright. I forgot how to play Strive for about a month, and just started learning how to play Gold Lewis.
Sick. Wait, why?
Because, so here's the funny thing, right? I was playing Gold Lewis at an acquaintance's house, and I was just like, wow, what do you mean all of these behemoths are plus?
Yeah.
What sort of wacky game is this dude playing? This is hilarious.
He's a very wacky character. I do have to ask you, Mufflerman, did you want to throw me your camera or no? Are you chilling?
I am about to put it on.
All right.
I was setting things up.
Okay. Where are you gonna be today? You are. I see a dead chip in the background.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, is that Crouching Idiot, famed player in our Guilty Gear Strive brackets? Is that him? Dead? Is this foretelling?
Oh god. I don't know what possessed me to draw Chip Zanoff dead in the Family Guy pose this morning, but I was just like, no, I need to put this in my stream background.
Damn, I can't believe it. Died before the tournament even started. RedMufflerMan, let me just say thank you very much for hopping on with me tonight. For those of you who don't know who RedMufflerMan is, RedMufflerMan is an all-time homie. He's a content man. He's a man. Is there anything else you'd like to add on to that?
I mean, the only other thing I think I could add to that is amateur voice actor, potentially hoping to go pro in like the next year or two.
Heck yeah.
That's about the only other thing I can add. I do funny voices on the internet. That's about it.
Isn't that it? I mean, that's what we all do. It's just in varying different forms, you know? Salespeople at big companies, they're just doing funny voices over the phone. I mean, it's all the same thing, really.
Yes, State Farm. Excuse me, do you work at, General Motors? I believe is, I'd like to, tussle your balls a little bit.
That's how they all talk. Just...
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
But thank you again so much for hopping on. We have had RedMufflerMan on in the past. I think all of you might know him and love him, so he'll be guiding us through tonight. In case you're new here and you have no idea what is going on whatsoever, we will be running through a Guilty Gear Strive beginner bracket tonight. It's going to be first to 2 in every game leading up to grand finals, winners finals, and losers finals. Not necessarily in that order. And so those are all be first to 3. Everything else be first to 2. If you want to ask why it's all first to 2 when Strive is ordinarily first to 3, it is because it is a Monday night at 7:30 Eastern Time, and we have to go to bed. So that is the reason.
We have jobs.
We got jobs. So that is the reason it is first to 2. There is a prize for the night. Some of you may not know this. People always ask, yo, where's the Matcherino? Where's the dollar reduce? Don't worry. There's a prize. We don't need a Matcherino for it. Top 3 is banned for life. Top 3 is banned for the rest of their life from the beginner bracket. They may never play again. So everybody tonight is fighting to be, quote-unquote, in the money, to be banned permanently, which, as I've said week over week, the kind of emerging narrative is that does mean that the scramble for top 3 is more vicious than you can imagine, because it is the only attempt they will ever get to place first once they realize they're in top 3. So after that, they're locked out. That is their permanent placing.
So here's my question. Are there people that specifically farm top 4 and then just decide, you know what, I'm going to throw?
I'm not going to lie. If I saw that happen, I'd be like, I appreciate your gumption. We're expanding the ban radius this week to include top 4. And now you're the schlub who finished in top 4. I mean, who's really winning there?
Oh, God. I mean, at least it's not like 9th. At least it's not the Mike Ross curse.
That is an ancient curse. That is a curse from a dusty tome in a graveyard held by the skeleton of a man who cannot be named. That curse is in a leather-bound tome. I don't want to talk about it.
But then there's that Waxel guy. I don't know. He's hit the scene. He's pretty new. I think it's pretty hip.
Is your Waxel feller? Pluto. Thank you very much for the call. I appreciate it. Power went out right as the tournament starts. No, you hate to see it cross-eyed. I will see you next week. I hope, if you've still got some juice left in your phone, I hope you can continue to hear our loud mummerings.
Man, that's the biggest blow up about like net play tournaments. If for any reason your internet or your power goes out or something like that, you're just like, well, guess that's it, I guess. Which I guess, to be fair, that's the same thing for a venue. But even if a venue loses internet, you're generally fine. Like, you can do paper brackets.
Yeah, I mean, it's very rare that, you're in a situation where it's like, sorry, my mom decided to microwave some aluminum foil while also cutting all of our power lines, and you're just like, what can you do?
I just looked at the power lines, and I was just like, John, I was so hungry.
John, I require copper, John. I must consume. This is how my mom talks. She calls me John for some reason. I don't know why. So we do have our first matches of the night picked out. It is going to be Lord Gaben coming up first. And if I'm scratching the old dome here, I want to say Lord Gaben plays Gold Lewis, but I could be completely wrong on that. That might just be my personal headcanon of, yeah, that checks, that tracks, that makes sense if you're going to name yourself
I
Lord
want to
Gaben.
see some Gold Lewis gaming, because I'm trying to learn this character, and I'll take tech from anywhere.
I'll steal it from anyone. I feel like Backpack is the person if you want to at somebody in particular and be like, help, content man Backpack. Can you help me wrangle this here big Texas feller? Like,
oh no, I've been doing a thing or two, trying to watch some of them Backpack videos, but then what ends up happening is I get like really distracted, and then next thing I know, I'm just like, well, I can't watch videos now because my brain is broken.
dude, I feel like all big body players in all fighting games talk the same. Like, I turn on their stream for the first time, and they're all like, oh, hey, how's it going, dude? Like, every single one of them talks like that. Like, I popped in the Backpack stream, and I was like, dude, is the bracket going well? And he's like, no, Bones, it's not going good. It's like, they all talk like that. We do have our first couple people stepping up again. It's going to be Lord Gaben coming up against Naked Snakeb, which is a heck of a name.
Naked Snakeb? That's
Naked
such a good
Snakeb.
name. Yo, shoutouts to MGS3, the best game.
I agree. No, I was wrong. Lord Gaben plays May, which I will also allow. So it looks like Snakeb is going to be rocking with Biken, I believe. So we may be seeing some Biken on May action, which is definitely... That is a violent matchup to start the night with. For the record, shoutouts to Sigwin, our TO, for getting this tournament started at 7:33 p.m. when the bracket doesn't finalize until 7:30. That is pretty impressive.
Also, I was going to say, it might not be Gold Lewis. May is a big body in spirit, though. Let's be real.
May is a big body. Sometimes, you know, you look at... I like the way she's animated in this game, where it really looks like that anchor weighs a heck of a lot, and she is just swanging it around, and it looks very funny. Like, it doesn't... When you were just playing, you don't notice it, and then you see her just swinging it, and it's like, Jesus. But...
Oh, no, the 6'8", she puts her friggin' back into it, dude.
Yeah. And she's big back into it and a big smile on her face. So this is May versus Biken. This is two characters who are no stranger, I think, to Beginner Cup. But May is a relatively uncommon character nowadays, I feel like, for people to pick up and learn. You know what I mean? As opposed to Biken is very common, I think. Biken, like, the meme is dead, I feel like. Biken players are actually just a thing that exists now.
I can't believe it. It's taken this long. But that far slash buff that Biken got just made this character so much easier to pilot, I feel, overall.
Bro, and it was pretty good beforehand. Gets a Yo Johnson. Bro.
Oh, yo! Oh, no, they dropped the confirm.
Dude,
we got the big spaghettis.
Like, Snakeb was freaking MGS3 crawling right under. That was also a Canadian burst. Also an unnecessary burst. The round was still looking just fine.
Oh, my God. Oh, yo. This is how it starts.
No way. No way you got 3K'd. Naked Snakeb, you got to make something happen. What a mix! Oh, my God. No way! Oh, she's
God,
so dead.
Super. Are they dead?
No! Wait, no! This is the first round!
I'm having a stroke, Bone! Delay cancel into super! I mean, it makes sense, but my brain can't process it!
Dude, what a reaction from Lord Gaben. Unfortunately, I mean, that burst from Snakeb, that was just way too much of a panicky reaction. You can hang on to it. You're okay. And now they're getting whopped in the corner.
Okay, RC to continue the pressure goes low. Wall splat.
No charge required. Just exchange.
That's fine. Damage is damage. Oh, this is going to be rough. Oh, they were mashing parry?
Dude, mashing parry from that far away is a risky endeavor, and I respect it. Lord Gaben is going to run away with that one. Snakeb was cooking in the first round. I think, like, some early observations is that Snakeb wasn't able to, like... They were winning the first round purely by neutral, right? They were just, like, counter-hitting in a lot of air-to-air situations, which... If there's any singular character who can really go air-to-air with May, it's probably Biken, maybe a couple other characters, but, like, really, like, she would be the only other one.
I mean, Yo Johnson is just that Mitsuru, like, 360-degree DP. It's
Dude,
just, like,
yeah, the full hitbox all around her body. I can't believe what they did to Yo Johnson in this game. It's just, like, there's a character attached to it, but it's a character in and of itself. It's got depth. Like, it's crazy. But Gaben is going to run with that first one. We'll see. Maybe Snakeb can kind of, like, clean up some of that offense slightly to make those neutral exchanges slightly more impactful. But unfortunately, right now, they're trying to mash in neutral. They're trying to do a little bit of CQC, but that's dangerous to do against May.
All right, burst out. That's a little bit of a protagonist burst right there. I don't know about that yet. We'll see what's up.
Yeah, that was like a rising action burst. What an Abare 2S from point blank. Gaben bursts?
All right, mashing on the dash cancels. Not showing any respect on that. Good reactions.
Aiden was pumping there. I wonder if they were trying to do super or something. Unfortunately, that tatami was a little far away, and Gaben's got the cleanliness to end the combo. 1 round away from potentially knocking snakeb down into the losers.
All right, snakeb at this point trying to hold that neutral space, doesn't want to give Gaben a chance to start. Oh, that was... We got dash cancels back.
We got dash cancel, overhead kisses. We got dolphins for days. No orca, just going to do the big 6H. So snakeb's got a shot here. It's going to go back to neutral. No way, dude. No way. You're dead. Don't burst.
Don't burn.
Couldn't even if you wanted to try. Gaben is going to take it over the snakeb. Going to step on it. Just like the virtuous mission. Going to crunch his hand down by the river, get in the helicopter, and go, Snake, I'm Pearl from SpongeBob, and fly away. Just like that. The Gaben is going to take it 2-0.
I mean, you know, it does kind of make sense. Snake didn't have his arm. Biken doesn't have her arm.
True.
Makes sense. It makes sense. All we got to see now is Biken eating snakes, you know?
Yeah. She would. Do you think she hasn't?
She definitely has.
She's a snake eater. So some important things to throw out here for Snake to consider is that, and for the record, asterisk, tournament nerves are a huge thing, right? They'll make you, in training mode and in ranked, everyone can be nasty for real, but like those offensive conversions not quite leading to those like oppressive Biken situations, I think was really what was biting them. Like, you don't want to reset and scramble against May, even though Biken is not bad at scrambling at all. May's just a little bit better. More importantly, though, we do have our next match coming up, which is, geez, what is with the Beginner Cup names being best in class at all times?
Was that Qincy and Bazingo?
Qincy and Bazingo. Which is a Testament player. People always want to see more Testament on screen. We have a Testament tonight. Cross-eyed. This is for you. Cross-eye's power went out. They cannot play tonight. But...
Oh, this is actually... On paper, this matchup feels like it'd be pretty rough for Pao.
So there's a couple things that make it, I think, more playable for Pot, but they are tricky. The biggest thing being Pot can flick Bird, right? Most characters don't have an answer like that against Bird.
Okay.
But it is really freaking hard to react to the Bird like that. Like, you do not have a lot of time once you see Testament going for the motion. Gets a clean conversion there, just the simple stuff, the pop 6H. That was in my Testament video.
It was, actually. I remember Bird State.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, Bird State. Oh, throw!
No!
The net play special!
Net play special. The girls gonna make it plus. You can see Quincy just trying to back off, but getting beaten by the Gators. Okay, wait, you got a chance.
Oh, that was a very brave pop bust. Oh, they actually had bar.
They did, yeah.
They could have PRC'd that. That's unfortunate.
It was pretty quick, though, between that backdash and the 2K. I don't blame it. Like, a jump out, I think you have a little bit more time. Oh! Okay.
Oh, here we go. That's damage.
This damage, and more important, it's going to be Groki as long as they can get this Hammerfall after. No, he's just walking. You got a Hammerfall, brother.
It's okay. They're building meters. They are content with holding the neutral.
True.
This is the true grappler grind set.
Oh!
Right here.
No! That had to be Kara. No! Oh, no! Dude, what is with these people gold bursting in any minor situation? I'm going to screech.
These cold bursts are giving me a heart attack, Squirtle. Oh, I thought that was going to be a heat knuckle for a second. I got real excited.
Yeah, or
Bird State.
But to be fair, I think that was the first time Bazingo had air dashed in, so Quincy just caught a little bit flat-footed. Blocking on the Gators, those are super minus if you block them like that. 6K counter hits.
Ooh, okay, here we go, bar. We got mix on deck.
Watch the chip, bro. Watch the chip. Oh, no, the Garuda didn't combo.
That's so unfortunate. Okay, we're back in neutral. Bazinga can take this pretty slow. We got Bird State into Mega Fist to punish the whip. Nice.
Yeah, I love that Mega Fist, right? When you're bird stated, Testaments kind of like go like bloodlust mode, and they just want to land any mid to get that plus frame pressure, and that's a great way to avoid the degenerate stuff that is Testaments like 5S or 5H, right? Oh, no.
I do not have to fear mids if I simply hop over them.
Exactly. Mids more like lows.
Oh, good air throw. Excellent reaction from the BRC.
Bazingo is a genius. They are an artist. That bird went to space.
Oh my god. Potemkin jumped on that bird like a Goomba and he lost.
They accidentally set the lady way up off the screen and then the bird just left. That was... went to space. Bazingo is going to take that first one. Kishi was able to get that second round. I think that, like, we were seeing... The thing I like is that we're seeing a lot of aggression and, like, counterplay stuff from Pot, right? I actually think, like, the worst way to play Pot a lot of the times at, like, a mid-level is being too patient, and a lot of people think that they can, but they're doing stuff like they realize that the fireball only hits once from this range, right? Slide head that ish. If you're right, Testament might be dead, right? You can afford to take those gambles usually as pot. You're large.
Yeah, exactly. You have a lot of HP, and that's just the thing with grapplers is that, like, when you play a grappler in a fighting game, you have to be willing to take risks.
I love that teleport. Look at this corner control. Bird stated up. Nice jump over the fireball, bro. They are
over the fireball.
Yeah, he's the third Mario brother, Potemkin Mario. No, it didn't break.
No! That's so unfortunate. That was an entire offensive sequence. Yo, their inner Kai player is going in.
Dude, they're going in. Why do they keep setting the bird into the sky? They couldn't just shoot the bird. How did they blockbuster that way?
Screwed impact. Okay, here we go. It's party time, baby. It's party time, baby.
That was almost a straight punish, but this is also almost a straight punish. Missed the meaty. No. Duh.
Oh, now you're in Florida now.
You know, welcome down here with the Gators. They're hanging out with the
Oh, Car Buster, baby!
You know, Qincy, you're my kind of pot player.
Oh, ground start, Kara Potbuster, a pot player after my own heart.
I've never seen a Potemkin walk more. I'm all about it. You know, it's for for sheer dominance factor. Nice. Okay, the hammer fall in works that time. Should have canceled that 2D. I think maybe a bit of a read that they weren't going to do that.
Oh my god!
I think they were trying to flick the bird and they just flicked the person.
I think they were trying to flick bird. Instead, they flicked the person. Mega fist. Oh, we got Nooch.
Okay. Oh, watch this neutral. Hold this neutral for me. It's plus 100. No, that was a little aggressive. What? Praying to God.
Yo. Can I get a prayer emoji?
Can I get a prayer on this stat? Okay, back Mega Fist doing its job. What a flick on the bird. Okay, Quincy knows. Quincy knows the matchup. Signed and sealed. Victory is theirs. They just have to execute.
But they're stuck in bird state right now. It's really hard when that bird is just looming over you like an eagle.
Oh, bro, the Everglades are brutal this time of year. You kidding me? Oh, chance.
All right, here we go. Oh, they weren't able to react to the red burst. That's unfortunate.
OTG? Nah.
And that does it.
Nice. Beautiful stuff. Dude, why did their fireball OTG? Bazingo is going to take it 2-0 against Qincy, but I got to say, that was very close. I think for Qincy, right, there's a lot of really smart decision-making. Flicking the bird, you won. That's a W.
Yeah.
Right.
Flicking the bird, hopping over the normals, even hopping over like low fireballs with Mega Fist, your presence of mind in neutral in that matchup was like actually top-notch.
Yeah, super
Straight
great.
up.
I think that like the couple of important things are like when I was talking about how you want to like always be hammerfall breaking in for like increased pressure after stuff. Like you cannot let Testament get in a situation where they can attempt to mash out, right? Because your life genuinely sucks if you hit bird state and you're like mid-screening as Potemkin, right? Your options are relatively limited, or at least very committal. And I wish for the record, I do want to say Bazingo is doing a really good job at calling out those committal options. We saw them air throw a Mega Fist.
Yes.
Like those are the kind of things you have to do. But also Testament's got stuff that will just auto catch a lot of things that once they're in rhythm are difficult to intercept, right? 6H will straight beat Mega Fist. It will straight beat 2D. It will beat a lot of stuff. And 6H into Bird or Fireball will usually beat Slidehead. Or not Slidehead. I was probably also beat Slidehead, but it'll usually beat Hammerfall also, just because it hits like so many times.
Yeah.
So, I think though both of you played it really well. I think Qincy unfortunately had a little bit of execution errors. We also saw the missed meaty, which unfortunately is just one of the things where it's like, like it happens.
Yeah, legitimately, I think most of that came down to a couple of missed offensive sequences and a couple of strange scrambles. But other than that, like they were playing on point and they were playing the matchup like quite well.
By the way, everybody, let's give us some respect to those that have already gone 0-2 out of this tournament. First of all, Envelap had the misfortune of going up against one Crouching Idiot as soon as they appeared in the loser's bracket. Crouching Idiot was knocked down to the loser's side by a little hot dog. So we will see. But if it makes you feel any better, Envelap, even though you went 0-2, I'm sorry. But the person that beat you now has to fight Little Hot Dog, who knocked out Crouching Idiot. So they definitely do not have an easy run ahead of them.
So is that like Crouching Idiot hidden hot dog?
Something like that. There is a full name. I forget what it is. I asked Crouching Idiot, and there is a fuller name, but I think they just shortened it for, the sake of everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but so to answer your question, their full name is Gay Lil Hot Dog, as of course my Twitch shot. This is just the words that I have to tell you.
That makes me so happy. That's such a good username. Oh God.
Qincy said it's a lot of nerves from being on stream. That's just how it is. That's just how it be, dude. I could tell. I could tell there was things you were doing that were just like, I know, if I catch you flat-footed at a 2 p.m. on a Saturday, you got it, right? You're going to do that hammer fall to get that Oki every time. But sometimes you just brain fart and you're just like, oh, God, what do I do? Also, for the record, it is genuinely really difficult, I think, when a Testament randomly, air dashes at you or something. Whenever a zoner does an offensive move against you, you want to, break sheetrock, right? Because it's you shouldn't be able to do that. This sucks. And so it's really hard to keep that top of mind as something that you need to react to. So absolutely don't feel bad. You were looking genuinely super strong, I think, Qincy.
Yeah, it's a situation like that is almost like boxing, where it's like Hajime no Ippo. You're going in and you're like, oh, I just want to go in on this person so bad. And then you finally move forward, but it's that one moment where you just get counterpunched. That's the air dash.
I've never watched boxing because somebody gets hurt and I'm like, ew, gross, and I turn it off.
Oh, you should watch Hajime no Ippo. It's boxing, but with airplane sound effects.
Oh, it's an anime.
Yeah, that's an anime.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
watched real boxing.
All right, yeah, okay. I was like, word? I didn't know you were into boxing. Because everyone in anime and fighting games, I feel like is always into wrestling, but it's pretty rare you hear people bring up boxing. For the record, I have immense respect for all combat sports and stuff. It's just not really.
Oh yeah, I've watched actual old boxing though, and boxing from up to about 2000 is so dope. It's so cool. Oh God.
We are just waiting, by the way, for our next couple matches to get on stream. Winners round 1 has wrapped up. So GG's again to Sunset Duckling, Enveloped, Bluest Things, Non, and Naked Snakeb. No, have all been knocked out of the bracket. Naked Snakeb, you may have gone 0-2, but in our hearts, your name went 19-0. Thank you very much for playing.
Wait, there's enough for 19 matches in this bracket?
No.
Okay. I was about to pull the Adam Jensen of, I didn't ask for this.
I don't think there's any tournament on Earth, because you make pools at that point. You don't just make the bracket bigger and bigger and bigger.
No, there are no pools. It's just, what it is it's just Battle City. There's not even a bracket. You got to get people's locator cards.
Yeah, dude.
You got to get star chips.
Yeah, you're walking around, a dude comes out of the bush, and he puts you in a spooky realm, and you got to fight him, and he's got an illusory castle. It sucks. This tournament is stressful.
You're just walking around Duelist Kingdom, and then Joey's like, bro, why couldn't the Pegasus just given us pools, man? This tournament sucks.
Hey, you, this tournament sucks. Dude, fun fact. I don't know if this is like contraband lore, but I heard from somebody that the original 4Kids, Joey voice actor, does not like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge dub. It's really grouchy about it. Which is really funny to me.
I mean, I can kind of understand why, because it's just the Joey voice that he does, but it's pitched up and more annoying sounding, and he's probably thinking, I don't sound like that.
Well, no, but what's funny to me, right, is it's dude, I don't know how to tell you this. I've got immense respect for you as a person. You don't occupy anywhere close to the level of mindshare that little Karibo does, unfortunately. You don't get to pull that card very easily, I think, of, it's disrespectful. Dude, you can't do that.
Oh, God, I owe a lot of my career to little Karibo.
That's the thing, is as far as I know, also, he's a very respectful human who's just dude, those guys are superheroes. They're wonderful. It's not like he just tweets bro, LMAO, just thought about voice actors today, LMFAO, imagine.
I mean, dude's actually in the industry. He actually, I think, is voiced, in some Funimation projects? Question mark? Don't quote me on that. I could be dead wrong.
At this point. Who did this? Funimation probably reached out to him. Who's going to be next? Next up, it's going to be Levantime and Box Rock. So I think both of these are new players. So I've got no intel. We're going in blind.
You love to see it. I love it when like new players, because one of the things about a lot of new players that I tend to meet is a lot of them are just like, I don't want to enter a tournament until I'm ready, and I'm just like, then you'll never be ready.
Yeah.
Like there is no go into the hyperbolic time chamber and grind out ex nauseum until you're ready to play in the cell games. Gohan did that, and he wasn't even ready for the cell games.
No,
he had to
Gohan
watch
was a
his
buster.
best friend die.
Gohan's dad had to teleport a guy to space. You think he wanted to do that?
Yeah, exactly. He had to watch his dad die, his robot die. He had to watch Krillin get beat up a bunch. Like,
yeah, it's a whole
goddamn.
thing, dude. No, absolutely. Everybody should just dive in. You throw yourself into the meat grinder, even if you just get explodinated. You're gonna like. First of all, I think it's cool because you can kind of easily point out like, okay, this is generally how I stand, right? Which I know, for the record, this isn't really something I've talked about much, but I think that can be a very nerve-wracking jump for a lot of folks to be like, because in your mind, unfortunately, I think until you get straight humbled, right? Until you get just punched in the gut by somebody and go, yeah, you're pretty good. Like some people's expectations for how good they are can be pretty inflated, right? You can, I secretly think a very cursed phrase is when people say like, my execution sucks right now, but my neutral's nasty. It's like, I don't know how to tell you this, but that's a very, I don't know, go fight a guy, see how you do.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, hey, my neutral is nasty. And it's like, yo, your neutral is so good, and then I hit you once and convert that into 50%, and I'm just like, that neutral's doing a lot for you, Chief.
Yeah, exactly, right. So I would just say, like, if you aren't sure where you stand or anything like that, throw yourself in a tournament. I think it'll be a learning experience because, like, I don't think you can get good at something until you kind of experience, like, what it means to fail at something, right? That's the only way that you get better. If you let yourself get scared and kind of mind blocked by like the potential of failure, like you can't improve, right? Unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it is.
That was me when I went to my first tournament, Seasons Beatings for Persona 4 Arena. And I'm like, maybe I'll do okay. I went 0-2 and realized that I was hot dog water. And from there, it made improving so much easier.
Boy, don't we all know it? But next up, it is indeed going to be Box Rocks and Levin time. They did not realize they got the room code. They were stuck in traffic, but they have now arrived here. This is going to be Eno versus May. Shot with the HCL straight out of the Dolphin. That is
that's
something.
Not just any Eno, that's Denim Eno.
That is Denim, bro. The two H's are coming out, and I respect it. Control that nooch. I love the way Box Rocks is playing this. They were very controlled mid-screen, just doing HCLs, trying to pin down Levin time, and now they are running the Eno nasty stuff.
Oh, that whip throw. That was so scary. 11 slowly making their way in, dash blocking. I was saying they weren't doing anything committal, and then they did that 3K, but didn't get punished, so you know what?
Yeah, they didn't get punished, but still, even that being minus is pretty bad for them. Unfortunately, they're getting also no-scoped by these HCLs.
Ooh.
Big
All right,
overhead.
Levin was playing that pretty patiently, so I'm wondering what the adjustment's going to be here from that round.
Yeah, well, the problem is I think, here's the issue, is I think they were trying to play impatiently at first, and then they got shot in 2H at a Dolphin like 6 times, and they were like, ow, okay, let's go back a little. Now we'll see. They're making their way in a little bit. Box Rocks in the corner, nice 6P. Dude, 6P always hits on the ground, I swear to God.
Box Rocks is 3 for 3 on these 6Ps right now, dude.
What a gamer.
There's not been a single whiffed 6P yet in this round.
Well, I like that, actually, because Levin time with the 6P, but it was to go through the HCL, which is a great choice.
Oh, good burst bait! They're
Levin.
dead!
Levin
They're
time?
dead!
Bro, you know Levin time is Donkey Kong down being their desk right now. You know that they're like, get the camera, get the camera! That was sick.
Oh, okay, there we go. Punishing that 3K. Fool me once, shame on you. Now you're getting thrown. What's the mix?
Ooh. We go high today, gamers.
We go high again.
Didn't
Oh, no,
force-
wall splats. Could they have actually gotten the wall splat Oki from that?
They maybe could have gotten some Slumpy Man stuff going, but I mean, Slumpy Man stuff is kind of weird, so I don't blame them.
It is super awkward, so I don't blame them, yeah.
I'm worried.
Frames.
That is the most checkmate-ish situation I think you could have gotten put into that point. Once you block that jump in, like, well, it's been a fun time playing some Guilty Gear Strive tonight. Thank you very much, but I gotta
blocked
say,
the overhead. What do you mean they're mega plus? What?
plus 1,000. What is this? Grand Blue? I didn't sign up for this.
God.
Brutal.
I'm trying
Red
to
Muffler
remember
Man,
the game.
speaking of Grand Blue, I did see you
Oh.
get quote tweeted in a certain, not quote tweeted, but a screenshot in a certain tweet by the person who runs the Grand Blue Versus account, and I died laughing. I'm sure you saw it. That was the funniest thing I've ever maybe seen in my life. I was like, oh shit, it's Red Muffler Man. But anyway, this is still Box Rocks and Levantine. Box Rocks is up 1. Levantine is at 0. But remember, Levantine had a round that you can only describe as he put Box Rocks in a pan, a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. They got
that was
absolutely
100% the May round. Like, you open up the dictionary and you look up May Guilty Gear, and it's just a video of that round.
Bro, I love that 5K dash cancel. You were so dead. You were dead if they just did 6H again. Like,
Ooh. Hey, yo, good air-to-air into the almost conversion.
ooh, gets a throw. Yeah, but look, May actually really, I don't think ever can RC that for conversion. Beautiful, beautiful from Levantine. Just gets a little bit of 2K 2D, a little bit of RC
I was about to
action.
say, that empty low, I got hit by that straight up.
Bro, straight Piccolo Vortex.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I'm having war flashbacks.
no!
Oh!
You
I
know,
can't believe Eno is dead.
people say easy game. People say 6P game. You just took 60% for hitting 6P. You feel kind of silly, don't you? You're also dead.
Oh, my God! That conversion's so hot! Let's go!
Dude, Levantine put on Chef YRD over here is ready. Raviolis with some fake meat inside. We're cooking.
I can't believe Eno was just stuck into the microwave like that.
Dude, I can't believe it. Right in with the aluminum foil. Toss her in.
Oh, my God. Great, good job, May. Now the ship doesn't have power anymore. What are you gonna do?
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, that conversion was super, super clean. I really love that. I think that,
Oh, my
like,
God.
let's not pretend there was any level of hype. We were all watching May. Let's not pretend that you're allowed to talk in the chat anymore. Thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Box Rocks and Levantine is 1-1. Everybody make some noise. Get hyped. There's a May on the screen.
All right, good jump over the note. Still stuck in the corner, though. Oh, good adjustment from Levin, staying just out of range and kind of just letting Box sort of flail a little bit with those 6Ps.
Yeah, love that 5K there to kind of like, oh, Megalovania. No, okay, I thought that was
we got
Megalovania
plus
for a second.
frame.
No, didn't get the punish.
Oh, that's big. Good burst out. We're back in the neutral.
Dude, straight under the
Profiles
dolphin.
under the sea life.
Dude, she's too low, boy. She's 600 barometers under the sea. I don't know if barometer is a measure. I think that's a tool, but you know what I mean. The conversions again. They're
Oh
so
my
hot
God.
with it. But this is kind of really scary. You're in neutral with Eno with almost 100 meter.
What?
What? Huh? No way! No way this works.
It's not enough.
Dude.
They went 10,000 leagues, and the pressure crushed them like a grape.
Bro, Journey to the Center of the Earth starring Brendan Fraser coming to you live right now featuring Levantine. But getting blasted in the corner now. Box Rocks is not taking that round lying down.
All right. We got the wall break. The clash with the 6H. Oh,
I cannot
good throw
believe you
from
threw on
that.
Wake Up. Safe! Safe jumps! We got safe jumps for Muffler Man.
Oh my God, but they didn't get the kill, or they tried to bait a burst. They don't know which.
Brutal.
Oh my God.
Double Luigi. Double Luigi situation right now between Box Rocks and Levantine, dude.
And last game, plus frames from that guard break.
Oh, please, for the love of God. How stroking straight out.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
my God. He
Box
lives-
rocks with these amazing strokes.
Yeah, these strokes, and also, but these 2Hs too. Like, 2H is a phenomenal counter poke. This is also going to do phenomenal damage.
Oh, I thought that was gonna whiff.
No, that was Daisuke's new glasses that they got in this patch. They now hit the burst, do not go that high anymore. Usually works. What a
That
pickup!
was such a nice conversion. Oh, they didn't burst. They're holding it. I respect it. This is the point where you're gonna use it here in a bit. Oh my God! They're
No
dead.
way.
They're
Levantine
not
has
dead.
burst. What? I feel like a gold burst is coming or something, but 3K RC. Gotta go RC. No way! You just mashed 5P!
That is twice now I have seen a whiffed red RC, and it has broken my heart every single time.
That is so unfortunate. Box Rocks is going to take it 2-1. And also, Sajam, thank you very much for the big raid of 1,001 gamers.
Oh my God.
We do have room for 1,000 of you. I'm sorry, the one won't cut it. So you're going to have to go home with the boys. But the rest of you, the rest of the 1,000, you're welcome. But you're going to have
Who
to
are we
vote
putting
on
up
who
on the
that wins.
gallows?
It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. You're gonna leave itxz. All right, I'll catch you later. How's everybody doing? I hope you are all excited. We are doing some Guilty Gear Strive beginner bracket action. My name is Solid Bones. I am joined here by Ft.RedMufflerMan, who you may know. He is #1 content boy. He's around. Most famously screenshotted putting the cringe comp on for the Grand Blue transgressions against his people.
Famously screenshotted by hit content creator like Thero.
Hey, you know, Lethero made a reference to a video I made and said shout outs to Solid Bones for being an inspiration. So I was like, so you know, I can say Lethero, we're tight. He has no idea who I am outside of that, but everybody, in case you're just joining, you can hit !bracket in the chats to see where we're at so far. We are in winners round 2. If you don't know, this bracket is only first to 2 up until losers, winners, and grand finals because it's a Monday night and we got jobs / food to eat / dogs to walk / suns to get in our eyes. So
yeah, I gotta feed my cat after this. And pet my cat.
Isn't feeding a cat equivalent to just like throwing cat food at a wall? Like,
no, with my cat, I have to literally mix dry food with wet food, put in this special gel because he has a bad immune system. Sometimes I have to crush up a pill so that he can snort it properly in the food.
My cat needs a little nip before bed. Gotta get him his nip.
You have the fancy feast and the cocaine. Boom.
So,
you're in.
Next match here coming up is going to be Dank Ducks versus, I'm so sorry, I don't know the name of our person yet. It's going to be Beautiful John.
Ooh, that's a good. Ooh, I'm seeing some stutters.
We'll see if it balances out a little bit. If not, we may, you know, if it's unplayable, we may have to make unfortunate decisions as a TO. It's just the way it is, but we'll figure it out. We'll see if it works. Maybe not.
We'll see what happens. Is this going to be a first to rock, paper, scissors, potentially?
Oh, I don't know, brother. Wait. Looks like they're trying to play as the lies. Shout out to them. Maybe not. No. I don't know if they're playing or not.
I mean, it's looking like they're playing. There ain't no way you're blocking an Eno mix with that kind of stutters.
Nobody blocking Eno in this connection. Hold on real quick. All right, we've got our TO 6 on the case. This seems a bit gross, you know, and also, not going to lie, also trying to, you ever try to block Arbiter Sign in 700 NS?
Oh, it's awful. It's like I can't block Eno dash mix-ups, but I also can't block Arbiter Sign. I can't do that offline anyway, but it's even harder when you have 700 ping.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I can. I mean, you know, my crusty old man bones. They don't let me block high and low too much anymore. You know what's okay? Has burst state on? It seems like they might be trying to play it as a lies, which I mean, shout out to them. Looks like that 6H just got completely eaten somewhere like under the Pacific. Like the transatlantic cable, there was like a crab in it. Just ate that special input out of that 6H.
Oh my god. Ooh, that's the real frame trap. You slow down the game and then do your normal.
You know what? If it works, it works.
Oh god.
So hopefully after we're trying to get in contact with the players. Here's the problem. I think they have both gone to their sensory deprivation gear chambers. They both got like soundproof booths in their room with like big headphones on to play some gear. So we'll see. We might have to contact their parents. Tell them knock on the door.
Oh, okay. Running under that chemical love is pretty dope.
Pretty dope indeed. Running over that fireball is also pretty dope. Beautiful John gonna be pushing Dank Ducks into the corner. So we'll figure it out. Hopefully our players will be in contact and not in their sensory deprivation chambers.
Here's hoping that we can finally reach them in the vacuum of space.
That's XP, though. Reach Beautiful John in the vacuum of space, and you're not blocking a gator in this connection, brother.
Oh, not in this Bayou Ethernet.
This Ethernet comes to you straight from the marsh.
Where do you get your internet? The Florida Everglades. From the man thing.
Yeah, we will see. So our general policy on this, everybody, is that if somebody is not from North America and they're having a connection issue, we will preference the person who is in North America and say that they'll move on and we'll DQ the other person just because we are a North American preferential event. We do allow anybody, but in the case like this, we'll prefer to be on that side. If the connection is genuinely just unplayable because ghosts, I don't know. If there is spooky phenomena afoot, we will do the coin flip. We will make it happen live on stream. We will play it out. We will ask heads or tails, and we'll see how it goes. I know, ghost. Don't be too scared.
I know I've seen the coin flip at least once.
The coin flip has only happened once, as far as I know.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it didn't happen when I commentated.
It used to happen a lot more in Street Fighter V Beginner Cup, and that's why we unfortunately had to stop, because that game gives me a hernia.
Street Fighter V Online is probably the reason I don't play that game anymore.
But now, for the record, what sucks about it is I think the online generally works, because the game has the benefit of a massive player base. So, like,
yeah,
if you are just playing it online, you will probably find people in your region to play with, and it's, like, totally chilling. It's just, like, sometimes it's just super cursed. We accept everybody, but if you don't have a good connection with people in North America, we'd ask you. There are wonderful beginner tournaments that have popped up in the EU and in EMEA. So maybe that rule might need some revising, because as much as I want to be optimistic that Strive's netcode is built different for real, unfortunately it might not be.
I feel like it is a lot of the time, because I've actually played people from EU, and it's like generally pretty playable, but then there's just times where it's like West Coast in EU, and it's just like, oh, I'm dying of a hernia, send help, I'm literally dead.
Bad netcode gives me a hernia. It's just the nature of the beast.
Oh my god, there's a reason why I can't play my favorite fighting games. One day Under Night will be freed from delay-based jail, and I'm gonna be so happy.
Until then, we will post the funny yellow emoji man. And we will like it.
Something, something, Grand Blue Fantasy. Something, something, I want to play Soul in Xrd so bad. God, I miss Xrd. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so we're figuring out the background. RTO is sitting down with them in the room of calm. Now that you've played in the worst connection you've ever experienced in your whole life, how you doing? How is they're trying to make sure that tensions are not high.
The two players are surrounded by the council as they deliberate their fate.
Exactly. Yeah,
Gendo Ikari is there with his gamer glasses and his can of Monster.
Dude, I gotta say, when I met Daisuke real quick backstage, right before he went up to give his talk, I didn't realize it was right then. It was literally right before he went up on stage and was like, "Hi everybody," like how'd Evo. I just happened to be back there at the same time. I did not realize how much disastrously taller. Oh no, everybody! It is indeed ghosts. This has nothing to do with long connection distance. This connection is just infected. It is cursed.
Oh.
So I think we have to do it.
Holy. I have brought shame to this tournament series. We're gonna have to have a coin flip in my presence.
I think we're gonna have a coin flip, everybody. Ask them what they want. Ask them who wants heads, who wants tails.
Everybody, it's the moment of truth. Who will fate decide on?
Oh, dang it. I have an actual coin jar. It's not on my desk, so now I gotta look it up.
Oh, no. Is it time for Universal Decision Maker?
Hold on. We're gonna Google coin flip.
Nice. This is going to be the most tense match of the entire tournament.
Let us bet. Is there a mod in here you can open up betting?
Oh, my God.
Can you make that happen?
Yo, come on. There's got to be a mod. There's got to be a mod somewhere. Oh my god, Bones, you've turned into a Google page.
Hold on, I'm fixing it.
Okay, you're back. We're all good.
We're ready to coin flip. We'll see if our players want to do the coin flip. And if they do, we just need to know whose heads and whose tails. And here's how it's going to work, everybody. Last match that played, we're wiping it from the record. The current record is 0-0. So we will flip for each round. So we will flip. Now it's 1-0. And then we'll flip again. We'll see if it goes 1-1 or if it goes 2-1, or if it goes 2-0. Is that what's going to work? Okay?
Wow, it's actually still a set. That's incredible.
We're going to run it as a set. We need something to put in challenge. Kidding me?
2-1, but it was close.
2-1. Exactly.
Oh, God.
You're getting it. It's okay. I don't have the... Thank you, everybody, for bearing with us. This is just the ultimate reality of tournaments. Sometimes this shit happens. You just got to be able to roll with it.
Such is the net play blues. This is the reality that we have to live in after
I mean, net play
2020.
blues. This is sometimes just tournament blues. It's like one of those things that it was funny. I was at... When I was at Combo Breaker, I was like, we're all back. All the gamers are here in person. I immediately saw someone not disconnect a PS5 pad, and immediately was a problem. And I was just like... We're back at it, boys. Here we is. So, like, it's the same. Everything's got issues like this. It happens.
I remember at Combo Breaker when I was watching the stream, there were so many disconnected PS4 pads.
Everybody forgot. All right, the bet is live, everybody. Put on the bets. Get in there. Sig, do me a favor. Tell me who picks what. Who is heads, who's tails?
Oh, let's go. Hold up. I got a bet on my own here.
No way it ain't heads. Again, we're going to be doing several coin flips. Each coin flip is a point. It is first to 2.
All right, I'm going to say heads has got this free, 2-0.
I like you don't know who the players are. You don't know who is heads or tails yet.
I don't think it matters. This is a matchup you win at character select.
True.
Straight up. Sometimes I don't think that there are very few matchups that you can win at character select. One of them is picking Pet Shop and JoJo's. One of them is if you pick Ganondorf and Brawl and you just lose. And then one of them is picking heads on the great game of 50-50 coin toss.
True. Sig, do you have an ETA on when we'll know who wants heads or tails?
Are they going to run a set for who gets heads and who gets tails?
Please no. Please don't ever play on that connection ever again in your life. That connection's haunted.
That connection caused me physical pain.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine what it was like for them.
Have you all seen the tweet of like the astronaut like kicks in the door at NASA after like landing and he grabs a gun and they're like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Moon's haunted." And they're like, "What?" And he cocks the gun. And he's like, "Moon haunted." He just starts walking back to the ship.
Oh my god.
That's where we're at. Can we get
That's
some
like
frame data for heads? Bro, heads is so plus on block. It's crazy.
But it's like a little bit slower, so you have to like make sure that you pick your spots where you want to whiff punish.
Yeah,
you know?
tails though has upper body invul.
Yeah, upper body invul. It's like 4 frames faster. Generally higher damage, but very punishable on block.
Head lows crushes though, true.
I was like trying to think here for a second. I'm like, what's a really fast move like that that's like really punishable on block? And then I remembered I played Arcana Heart with a character that had a 1 frame low. That like had like gajillion frames of recovery. 1 frame moves in fighting games are cursed, by the way.
1 frame moves? Off the top of my dome, I only know a couple of 1 frame moves.
I only know one, and that's the Nun's like 4C from Arcana Heart, and that's about it.
Okay, everybody, good news. Good news. We have who is who. Sorry, I froze you, RedMufflerMan. You are frozen in space and time. Good news.
It's not.
Okay, so I've gotten the word donk is gonna be heads. So donk is heads. Beautiful John is gonna be tails. So again, this is going to be each coin flip is 1 point for who is who. So let's get into it. We're gonna flip. Boom. Okay, first is tails. It is currently 1 point on John. Oh, it's okay. Heads, people, don't be in despair. Donk can make the comeback. They just got him run it 2-0. Straight up, okay?
Hey, oh, come on,
so everybody, take it easy. Take it easy. Nobody freak out. We got potentially 2 more sets. So let's roll it again. Heads. It is heads.
Let's go, baby.
The believers are in. It's 1-1. It all comes down to this. Will Donk Testament take it over the dastardly Beautiful John Eno? Let's see. Again, Donk is heads, Beautiful John is tails. Final flip. It is heads. It is heads indeed.
Sweep,
Donk.
baby!
has made the comeback of the century. It is 2-1, everybody.
Washington sweep.
2-1. Testament is looking strong as ever. Easy money. What do you mean rigged? This was the least rigged thing of all time. This is complete guess. GG's, Donk, and Beautiful John. 2-1. It was close.
Yeah, 2-1. It was close.
It was close.
Oh God. I got so tight when I saw Tails pop up as the first thing.
Oh, boy. All right. So thank you very much, both of you, for putting up for that. They're going to drop on down to loser. Should have 6P'd. I mean, TBH. You know, I know it stinks, but sometimes we're out of the tournament. I hope at least that was funny for some people. Inksplot, you accidentally redeemed giving my bunnies treats, which I can do for you later. Also, real quick, lightning round. Thank you very much. Slipdog, Jafool, Julathar, Juan Plays, Zaint Wave, Tumbling Donut, and Vusel. Thanks for the follows. I really appreciate it. We are going to be moving on to our next round in just a little bit.
I was going to say, y'all that just followed Solid Bones, good choice. Very good choice.
Good choice. I say bad choice, but you know what?
No, I think they're making the only correct choice, if you ask me.
Show us the bunnies. Unfortunately, I cannot. They are out in the living room. I'm sorry to say. Cocodalulu, thank you so much for the big, holy crap, 25 months. That is an absurdly long time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That's some dedication.
That is some dedication. Ooh. You've returned. I'm glad you're back. We missed you. All right. That was very silly. You got smacked out of the tournament by a big coffin there, Sky. Rest in peace. This happens to all of us when we fight Gold Lewis.
I mean, Gold Lewis just kind of does that. There's a reason why I'm learning that character. He's plus frames, and then next thing you know, like, I can't think of another fighting game character that feels like you're playing, like, the monster in a slasher movie, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He feels like you're being chased by Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, 100%. That's just the character. And, like, which is funny because Jason Voorhees is in a fighting game.
That is true, and yet he doesn't give that same feeling of just terror.
No.
Granted, it's an NRS game, so he probably has just as many plus frames.
He's probably just as stupid. I think they kind of ported him. If I remember right, they kind of took Jason and they turned him into, like, the Terminator in the new one. That's kind of like what they do with guest characters, I think, is they're just, like they morph them and they're just like, you're the Terminator now, and they take a lot of their buttons. So, next up, I saw Aiden Testament. So this is really a Testament night. I gotta say, I saw Aiden as a biking player. Gonna be
okay,
Aiden.
So it's bike and Testament.
Aiden versus scrizum.
Gotcha. See, I couldn't look at the characters, so I was judging it by the weapons that they were picking. And I'm seeing a scythe and a chainsaw, and I'm just like, I don't know, I think Chainsaw's got this.
Yeah, but biking players would use a chainsaw, absolutely.
100%.
All right, are y'all ready for some actual Guilty Gear Strive?
Let's go.
Wait, do we see a character switch?
Oh, yo, hold up.
Nope. They're sticking to it?
Okay.
All right. I think we're going to see some Guilty Gear Strive. Everybody who came in from Say Jam's raid, I promise, we do play video games on this here channel, and you will see them live in your face.
Very occasionally, video games do transpire here.
Every once in a while, we let it happen. Most of the time, we're a just chatting heads and tails stream, but you know, every once in a while, we'll let some video games happen. Aiden CG, what I always want to say is Aiden Coconut Gun, but probably not what it is. Versus scrizum.
It's actually Coconut Graphics.
Scythe, if you've got bracket questions, do me a favor and ask Sigwin. Don't ask me.
Oh, they're picking the good Testament color. I like this.
It is a good color. Testament's kind of got a lot of banger colors, I feel like, in comparison to most of the cast.
Testament, in terms of just visual design, is probably one of the best-looking characters in the entire game.
Probably. This is
I think the only other character that might be animated better is Bridget.
Oh, okay. You're getting commentator points. All right, let's get it. Aiden versus scrizum. Nice. Roundstar 5K actually trades with Bike and Farslash, huh?
Oh, yo, the Testament special, just whipping 6P like it's your job.
Ooh, jumping back in the corner. Oh, boy. Dude, scrizum is just swanging. You're talking about whiffing with these. Okay, plus frames.
Johnson. All right, they just choose to just go back. They are super content with challenging at the mid-range.
Which I think is smart. If you're in, like, that butter zone of... Oh, what a scoop, dude. That was like an old school air throw. If you're in that butter zone of getting gatored, if, like, Biken's 2S, it can be really difficult for anybody in the cast to try to swing against you, right? It's just such a fast, ridiculous button. 2H didn't quite get the pickup.
Oh, 2H? Okay, holds the burst. Good. I know
like
a lot of people in that situation would have just used the burst.
Yeah.
Tried to be a hero.
The cross-up JS actually beat the 6P every Testament player on Earth, questioning their existence.
Oh, you're trapped in here with me. Okay, good burst. I respect it.
That bird,
Oh my
unfortunately,
God.
was
Is
the
this dead?
highest bird of all time. Not quite a wall state, but yeah, that's going to be, you know, that was the die was cast, right? It was
Ooh.
basically already a wrap. What are you actually going to do in that situation to try to avoid that dilemma? Once you know the overhead is coming like that, you unfortunately had to win before that. I feel like that bird was an unfortunate... I'm not quite sure what the situation was. I think they might have thrown it too quick. I think like the bird... The lady didn't get to appear on screen yet, so the bird just went like straight up at nobody.
Oh,
Not
God.
quite sure.
I mean, I know in general, just from watching those first couple rounds, Scrizum was actually playing quite well against the bird, just jumping over a lot of the projectiles that Aiden was trying to chuck in neutral. And they're just holding this mid-screen distance, making it so difficult for Aiden to press things because Testament's buttons are kind of slow.
Going for the air throw again there, I wonder what the reasoning is for Aiden to go for that instead of the 6P, because, like, yes, while it can get crossed up, at that range, it's probably not going to, right? Like, at that range, you probably have it under
Yo, Johnson.
Yeah, Yo Johnson coming out to play.
Big tatami guy. We're back into neutral now.
Block the double overhead, but it's still plus, baby. It slices and dices. I'm telling you, it's a character.
Oh, my God!
Unnecessary roughness. That's a yellow card for Circusm.
That is a timeout.
There's
You have to give a round now.
Go sit on the bench and eat some oranges real quick.
Oh, yeah, good block on the double overhead. We punish those, baby. No, we don't!
The strike part of the fireball got countered, dude. I didn't...
so shook. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either. It makes sense, but jeez. Aiden's entire life bar has evaporated before their eyes.
Oh, my God. Scrizum is being so slippery here.
Dude, that was the slowest 2H of all time. Oh, burst 8. Okay. Scrizum actually forced to use the burst. The Gator goes a little bit high. Nice. Okay, this time goes to the 6P. I really respect it. Out of range of the Gator.
All right, nothing. Oh, my God. That hit.
Bro, I didn't know it was Friday. No!
You're going to throw a fireball? Here's the Glock.
Dude. That was a pretty sick ending. Dude, the Gator from downtown, the Gator can really punish stuff like that. People always say it's the worst move in the game, but like it's huge. It's massive. It's like so much bigger than Mortabato. So like if you're sticking out something like a Kabari, bro, it's munching you no matter where you are. But you always got to remember that Biken stays wrapped. Like she's always got it. When she's got $50 and she's full screen like that, it is like a brain dead option.
Oh, my God. She got the gat, and that's just all there is to it. And Scrizum was being so slippery, and I feel like Aiden in that last round was starting to really get their footing back and starting to try to put buttons out where they thought Scrizum was going to be. But they started adapting, I think, just slightly too late, and it was unfortunate because they lost a lot of ground very early on in those first few rounds.
They did indeed. I gotta say, next up, it looks like we're going to have another Biken, and I don't want to, put the onus or the pressure on our wonderful TO who goes by the name When Is Biken, but I feel like we're seeing some bias.
Huh. You trying to say that they're slipping the Biken players some gamer fuel?
I think some palms are getting greased, or palm. She can't do that. She can't menacingly rub her hands. I guess she just goes like this.
It's that scene from The Simpsons being like, have you ever clapped with one hand?
Yeah. It's like the... You know what's messed up? is like I kind of can. It makes like a very distinct clappy noise, but I think it like disgusts people. Every time I've done that, everybody's like, please never do that again, ever.
No, yeah,
And
it
like,
sounds
okay.
so gross. It sounds so gross every time you do it. Oh, God.
We are waiting for our next match here. I see a man in a tie with a bat, and then a dude wearing 3D glasses and a suit playing Milia.
I didn't know we were playing Yakuza 7 here.
Dude, yeah. My OC. It is going to be Walkman, who I could be horribly wrong. I don't think Walkman has made it this far in bracket before, right? Tillian, are you here? Do you have the stats? Tillian, can you run the numbers? No, okay, Tillian's here, but he's running different numbers. Let me know.
All right, right now we don't got numbers. Right now we got passion. We got Pez versus Walkman.
I want to know if Walkman has ever made it this far. Give me the stats on both players. Let's crunch some numbies, can you? How have they performed in the past? Okay, immediate round start disc. That's risky.
Ooh. Oh, yo, empty low. I got hit. Pez is immediately running the mix.
They're running. Oh, no. They're getting thrown. Bro, it does not matter how sick your mix is. In this situation, anybody can die. This is so awkward.
Oh, my God. Milia can move around in the air. It's too bad she's tied in here with Bikin.
Haircar Fast RC getting the overhead. Love it. Neither has ever made top 8. That's what I thought. Yeah, they're both making it pretty dang far.
All right, here we go. One-touch situation. Shoutouts to being Japanese.
Yeah, hanging in there.
Full screen hair car. We're playing Blaze Blue, baby.
Bro, she's got $50. You think she's not hopping in her Ferrari? That's what it is. Oh, no 6P from Walkman. I think he tried to parry and he got hit by the empty low, but I could be wrong.
Oh, good conversion into the charge 5D to break that glass.
Oh,
Same side.
Unfortunately, Walkman has just been getting eaten alive by this air approach. They have not been able... Like, the ground game... The double?
That broke the wall. That didn't kill.
Bro, that was sick. I've actually never...
Bar.
No, dude. Bikin needs glasses or a monocle. I'm not sure which, but Pez is going to take that first one she missed. That sucks.
That was so... That second round... Oh, my God. I'm surprised Bikin lived through that broken glass. I'm be real with you, Chief.
I mean, bro, she's a growing girl. She's Japanese. She eats her hot dogs. Like, she's... Right.
This is how it be. I just punched my microphone.
That'll be. Bikin doesn't have the Happy Chaos aim. Dude, imagine if she pulled out the gun and just aimed it, like, back behind her head at, like, a 45-degree angle.
Can I get a mod that just turns Bikin Super into temporarily turning her attack?
She just turns into Happy Chaos. Yeah, it's like a 12X copy, but she always just turns into Happy Chaos. Jump back JH. I feel like usually for Milia, they're like, you usually see like Rose out of the corner or air dash or something. You very rarely see them go for what I always call the ghetto mega fist option. Is she going through?
Oh, did his kit?
No! But it actually didn't do much damage. He got boinked out of it, but Walkman, unfortunately, the low makes a Rooney.
Yo, Pez is playing this real convincing right now. Walkman might need to start running.
Shut up. Air car, yeah. This might be lights out. Can Walkman navigate this corner situation? Nice blocks! Nice blocks!
Oh, but they hit a button!
They did JS. The Escabari, but a little bit downtown. 2H not much behind it. Walkman's getting these stray hits. They managed to push Pez over to the corner. Kabari.
Oh, no 6P to call out the jump H. Mirage throw, 100% success rate.
The same side. You saw the FD drop on down, and the hair car is enough. Oh, boy. Pez is looking like a beast possessed again. They've never made it to top 8 of the bracket, unfortunately, for Walkman. They ran into someone. They're looking a bit hungry. They're looking a bit starved for action as they're cruising straight to the top 8 side of this bracket. Good stuff to Pez. I see there is a Pez fan in the chat. If you're a Pez fan, make some noise. Your homie did make it through.
I was going to say, when I make the running joke, it's dumb. But when Bones does it, oh, it's just fine.
Allowed. I'm allowed to make whatever jokes I want. This is my house.
That's fair.
This is...
It's my sleepover. I get to choose the puns.
You never want me to pick the movie at a sleepover. I'll tell you right now. It's not going to be good for you. That's actually not true.
What's the movie at the Solid Bones sleepover?
Is the Fesh Pints YouTube poop. That is called Fesh Pints.
That's a good movie.
Parts 1 and 2. If I'm at a sleepover, that's the pick. Also, the other game has already started in the background. It's going to be Baked Potato, who we have seen on stream before, going up against Norae, who we've also seen playing the Jacko. So, seeing the kid here, the sandwich stuff, trying to go for that gross mix. Dude, Potato has been blocked-tato. Please help.
Oh my god. Potato with the denim Kai desperately trying to sell Jacko a Chevy.
Ooh, that sucks. The Stun Dipper was a little bit too close. You usually, I think in that situation, you want to bank on the Stun Dipper just hitting on the first hit and just RC it immediately because, like, recognize that spacing. Oh, the Amare 2D, the classic.
All right, good jab on the minion. Doesn't quite get the confirm, but that was a really awkward range to confirm it into slide.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Ooh, that might be death? Not quite.
Unfortunately for Potato, he's forgetting that he's fighting, like, Gumby over here. You gotta be prepared for the fact that she is just on the ground. She is just sliding her whole face at you. So, like, things that get low profiled will get low profiled, right? Like, it's just the nature of the biz. Nice, I like that jump in a lot. Ooh. That might have been just a clean punish.
That was very clean.
Oh.
The run-up throw, punished.
The drug all Kais bear the curse of.
Oh! They didn't punish the 5/8 and they ended up whiffing a DP!
Yeah, unfortunate.
Nice case vision!
Bro, the JD might have 0 frames of hit stop, but boy, did it make Potato suddenly stop.
It's under the minion! Oh, they tried to go for the air throw and got a jump D confirmed!
Bro, they just JD'd her. Brutal. Wow, 5K gets YRC, thrown in the corner. OTG not going to be enough. Oh.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. That is twice they have represented YRC in that fashion.
Yeah, Norae gonna run around there. I feel like, unfortunately, Potato had a couple of critical drops where, like, in the neutral, just, like, started adapting the fact of, like, okay, they are 2D'ing all over the place, right? I need to adjust my game plan here.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, when you have that information, you need to go, like, you need to kill her when you're right on that read, right? There's ways to, like, you need to Stun Dipper, RC the first hit, like, 5S, 2H, you know, the whole shebang-a-rooney. 6P grounded, the Kai Classic.
Oh, backdash is the dire fondue.
Ooh, shot it there. It was still coming, bro.
Here we go. Jump D. I can't tell if those are air throws or if they're just that into it.
Dude, Potato is... Oh, actually, guard command completely shutting down the Stun Dipper. Beautiful use of that by Norae. I feel like using guard command is a weirdo thing for Jackos. I love Norae representing it. Again, didn't RC the first hit of the Stun Dip.
YRC again. Norae, their answer to defense is I'm spending bar. I don't want to deal with this. Again. They don't want to block. They're just like, I'm a YRC out. You have to stop me.
Bro, that kid barreled straight through that stun edge, and now Norae is barreling straight through Potato.
Oh.
It do chip.
Kick him in the face.
It do chip.
All right, this is match point for Norae.
It is match point indeed. Norae has been looking very strong. Potato trying to kill the children, but a little bit of the guarding going on. 5K tried to run up throw. I don't think they've thrown her more than like once.
No, yeah, Norae's being very, very active on defense. It's very difficult to throw them or even just block string them a lot of the time.
I like that the stagger into direct class. Like, that's the kind of stuff you need to start doing to legitimize like the rest of your offense, but will it be too little too late?
Ooh, okay. This is a one-touch situation for Norae. They just need one touch. Good burst out.
No, the Stun Dipper.
PRC, but then no. Oh, they're still living. They didn't. SD. Just got chipped out.
I mean, that was going to be such a sandwich situation anyway for good old Norae. That was going to be bad. I think, like, unfortunately for Potato, like, you have a very strong option, right, in Stun Dipper RC in those kinds of situations, but overplaying your hand can be very disastrous, right? I think Norae was hyper aware that they were probably going to get Stun Dippered in the face in most of those situations, so they were doing things like minion guard command or just backing off to make it so that it wouldn't even make contact with them when they were expecting them to move forward, right? Like, you need to be aware of that and recognize that, like, when Kai gets scary is when you're not Stun Dippering, right? You're just keep holding on to it, and your opponent's like, are they going to do it? Because, like, you make them play different. They have to play around the idea of that threat because it's so fast and unreactable. So it's like, you want to keep it in the sheath. You don't always just want to go for it, right? But that being said, Norae was also just looking amazingly strong in general.
Yeah, and the only other thing I could say is watch your opponent's bar and try to catch on how they like to approach defense. Because Norae was just like, I am going to YRC. And I know in those situations, I sometimes myself will get very tunnel visioned on offense. I'm like, I got to run my stuff. And then I get YRC'd 8 times in a row. And I'm like, hold on.
There is no way. There is no way that another Testament and Biken are stepping up right now.
What is this planet?
Why is this happening?
This is the reality that we live in.
Gonna be Scythe versus Zile.
Hey, yo, level 335.
Yeah, Scythe was in the brackets previously, I believe. I don't think Scythe has made top 8, but I could be wrong about that. Can you let me know if I'm wrong there, Hillian? But they're going up here against Zile, who I believe has also made it quite far in previous tournaments, but never quite got that illustrious top 3 spot. So here they are. They must be, you know, they're toiling here in the lower mile mercs. I don't know what. They're in hell. They're in hell, and they need to escape. They need to get that top 3 spot, get that fast pass straight into heaven. So can they do it today? That's why it says heaven or hell. They're trying to fight their way out.
Look, all I know is their name is Scythe, so that means they are literally Testament.
They are. This Testament color's sick, by the way. I think it has the best looking skulls.
It's pretty rad. Oh, immediate teleport Nebulo. Ooh.
They're a teleport Testament. The 6H keeping him grounded. You always got to be ready for it. What a bombo from Scythe. Holy smokes.
And we got Bird State on deck immediately. This is going to be rough for Biken. Bird State is back.
Bird State is back, baby. It never left. Girls, girls,
Bird
girls.
State
Can I give
is
a minute?
back
Don't
again,
try to jump.
baby.
Don't try to
Here come
jump.
the girls. Yo, good blocks from Zile, though. We got the Abare 2H.
Yeah, immediate burst. Scythe wants this round now. Maybe that burst was a little aggressive, but I mean, you're fighting a Biken, so I'd be scared.
He'll probably get the burst back unless they immediately get counter hit by 2H in the next 2 seconds.
True.
And see, my prediction's wrong. It's all good.
Oh, good.
We have avoided the worst timeline.
Ooh,
Never
shut the
mind.
fireball. Shut the fireball up, so now that that girl's a little bit of not a concern. But, oh my god, dude. Testament. The DLC 2Ks really are something, huh?
It is absolutely incredible. Testament has such good buttons, especially after the patch.
Oh,
Oh, okay, here we go, here we go. We're back in Nooch.
ooh.
Zile was looking pretty comfy at that mid-range for a second, but Scythe immediately takes back the initiative.
That upgator was a little aggressive. I cannot believe that traded.
Ooh.
Good old tab 5D. Sometimes you just need a little mix, RedMufflerMan. You don't need a big mix.
As a
Little mix.
treat. Tap 5D is a treat.
I think that that high Gator could have been disastrous, right? Gator is very minus on block, so in that situation, Biken could have easily just swung with like 2H or whatever and really got our own pressure going.
Oh, yeah.
But happened to work out. But I feel like that could have easily been a disastrous situation. Scythe is looking very strong. So yes, we do have the intel here from Rebu that Scythe has never made a top 8. So this would be a big dub for them.
That's one thing I really like about this format is your top 8 by necessity has to constantly change.
I know, right? It's like
It is
it's the
such
kind
a
of thing
nice
where it's
system.
like, damn, I don't know other tournaments do that. That's funny.
Imagine winning Evo and then getting banned, though.
Imagine winning Sam Show 2016 at Evo and then being banned for life. Anyway, Scythe, Mark, and Zile gonna be coming on in to this next match. It is currently 1 point on the Scythe side.
Oh my god. Just movement.
Wow!
Whoa. All right, good IAD. The conversion from Zile. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely want to bike in strong suits. I love that dash cancel BRC, trying to keep a little bit more of that pressure going.
Oh no, the Yo Johnson.
Yo Johnson a little bit too high up. Oh boy. Gunblade, I'm happy you responded to that hot fire that I spit for no reason in any given direction.
Oh.
Big 5K pickup here. Scythe bringing Zile over to the corner.
Oh, very good use of teleport there to cover a very unorthodox angle there.
Bro, I cannot believe
Kabari.
they teleported in to the distance to 6P Kabari. That was like some DBZ stuff. Not quite a whiff punish.
Psychic.
2K goes pretty far, but it won't whiff punish from half screen.
Yo-Yo Johnson, run up, throw. We got conditioning, baby. You're locked in here with me. Overhead.
Same
Into the
side,
environment, you're
girl.
dead. Let's go.
Zile. Zile's not dead yet, RedMufflerMan. You've been down on him. You said the Zile kid, they're already cooked. Next match, please. But here we are.
Hey, I don't even have any oil. I don't know anything about cooking.
I've got some motor oil. Does that work?
I don't even own an oven.
Bird state is up. Trying to go in. Yeah, that was really dangerous from Zile to try to push there. Just the risk reward is so skewed when there's like a fireball on the screen and you're bird stated and getting eaten by a gator. But has burst.
That's super plus. Teleporting in, getting greedy.
Trying to keep his
on the
burst.
overhead.
Yeah, that gator would have straight killed. Like, Scythe does not want this burst to be a mechanic. I feel like Zile's cracked.
Watch the gold burst. Gets the punish.
Hold on. Hold the phone. The side swap worked.
Oh, no way.
He's going through the wall. They're going through the wall. This is a grip of damage.
So much damage.
Dude, throw kills.
This is a one-touch situation, both sides. No, it worked.
That might be the biggest please, for the love of God, press F in the chat for Zile. That sucks. You saw that? I sent it out. I was like, a throw will kill. And Zile saw that energy on the wind. They were like, there it is, my last glimmer of hope. I merely need the throw. And it whiffed, and they died. That sucks, dude.
That's that scene from Infinity War where Testament just looks up at Biken and just says, "You should have aimed for their heads," and then just close slashes Biken with the Infinity Scythe.
Dude, stuff sucks. It's like, man, they fought so hard. Good stuff to both of them. Zile will be dropping down to the loser side of the bracket. Top 8 will be coming up next, if you can believe it. I
We're already in top 8? Let's go. This
We're
is
already
a
in
Monday
top
night
8.
bracket.
RedMufflerMan, do you need a second, or are you good to power through?
Oh, I'm totally good. I am totally good.
Digwin, we are good to power through. You need an older reference? Okay, imagine if in the first Lord of the Rings movie, sorry, the beginning of the second Lord of the Rings movie, when Gandalf was fighting the Balrog, if, you know, they did that completely insane fight through the whole mountain where Gandalf was falling with him and hit him with a sword, and then Gandalf hit his hand on a rock and died. Is that the... and that was it, right at the end. You're like, well, that's a bummer. I can't believe Gandalf freaking died.
Remember the scene in Lord of the Rings where Gandalf falls down 30 flights of stairs?
He beats the Balrog and then gets up and he's like, I must climb the mines of Moria once more. And just, just trips and dies.
Have you ever seen Girl Chan in Paradise Bones?
I have, yes. I am familiar.
Do you remember the scene of I'm going to attack him head on and then immediately falling down a flight of stairs?
The one thing I always quote from that, because I think it's actually an amazing line, is, my son can star, break that pencil. I say that whenever a character in anything is like, it's just like Sensei said. I always want to say, like, break that pencil.
The one I always remember is, why do you, $10, $100,
$50 billion.
That is how much I would pay for her.
Yeah, it's a shame that creator went on to make nothing.
Oh my god.
Isn't that a shame?
I'm still so sad.
That's actually unfair, because the writer of that did make stuff, because it wasn't written by him.
Oh, really?
I don't think it was written by Eager Raptor. I think he was like very involved in it and he animated it, but I think it was mostly created by somebody else. I could be completely wrong, but I remember looking that up for some reason, and it was like mostly co-written by somebody else.
I'm about to do a deep dive after this stream is done, because I considered myself heavy in the Girl Chan in Paradise lore.
Bro, I roll deep in fucking Girl Chan. I gotta say that I think Girl Chan is the kind of thing that, unfortunately, nowadays, if you showed it to somebody, like, I think if you didn't watch it when you were younger, it's gonna be cringe. Like, it's not gonna be funny at all.
There are parts of it I think that would be very funny, but then there are parts of it that have aged like milk mixed with rotten milk.
Now, this is different than I think the first 20 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which I think are still, they're old, and boy, has it not aged well in terms of things you should never say into a microphone, but I think it is still dang funny. I've shown it to people who've never seen it before, and it's like the first couple episodes are slow, but then it gets funny. Right when you hit the worst Borat impression I've ever heard in my life, leave. The whole series is done. I've never, I respect Little Karibo so much as a creator. I've never heard a worse Borat impression. It is a
so
0 out of 10. All of you in chat right now could do a better Borat impression. Like... And we're going to have our first match of top 8 is going to be Norae and Scythe, bro.
1 second here. I got to take a quick look. Don't mind me. Something work.
Your spouse, is that, like, true? Or are you just like, yes, I love them? Like, like, is this your real spouse, or are you just imposing that upon them? Or is that a... Oh. Never mind. That was the worst Borat impression I made. You caught me so off guard with that.
Whew, all right.
But there we go. Sorry, I had to answer work texts because I'm
Boo!
technically
Don't they
never
know
on the
that you're
clock.
gaming?
I'm always on the clock, my dude. That's what being a manager is.
Is that a dead Shiki in the background? No, it's a dead chip. Unfortunately, RedMufflerMan's a little zoomed in. I can try to...
Oh, you want to show them the dead chip?
You can just see the hairline. It's a dead chip. Yes, for the record, in case you don't know standard tournament rules, you cannot switch characters if you win. So if you win a match, you are character locked. Then if you lose, you have the ability to switch. And then, if you win with that character, you are again locked. Your opponent may now switch. You may say, hey, Bones, in a situation, if a game theoretically had a bunch of 10-0 matchups, wouldn't that be a rock, paper, scissors at the beginning to decide who wins? Yes. For further footage, watch Ultra Street Fighter 4 back in 2014 for an exact demonstration of this problem happening right before your eyes.
Oh, God, Ultra Street Fighter 4. Oh, my God.
Now, that was a game with some matchups that were kind of stinky.
There were... Remember Elena versus Chun-Li?
Well, see, that's... You know what I didn't know? Is sometimes matchups are complicated and nuanced. That one is not. The reason that Chun beats Elena is because Elena can't slide under her fireballs. So Elena goes, wait, what do I do? And she just gets zoned. Like, that's... And it's the most boring matchup ever. But, like, that's the actual... That's it. That's the entire matchup. I just summed up the whole thing.
Oh, my God.
So she shoots fireballs, and Elena goes, well...
Well, guess I'll die.
Guess I'll die. Speaking of death, we got our first match of top 8. This is only going to be first to 2, and it's going to be Norae versus Scythe.
We got the Grim Reaper versus a bunch of school kids.
So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame
This...
Billy, I'm trying to beat away these dang women throwing children at me. Billy.
Jacko really is just throwing children at people. I never thought of it that way.
One round away from top 8, Cujo. Yo, GG's, Cujo. Thank you so much for playing.
All right, let's go. Round 1. Scythe immediately trying to make some space. Norae saying, no, I'm going to air dash in. There is no space.
Ooh, dude, Scythe is... What the hell was that, Scythe? Scythe was just like, how many inputs can I do right now in a row? Watch this. Like...
That whiff gold burst, I have a lot of questions. Perhaps there's some 4D chests that I'm just not aware of.
I cannot believe the kid just bullets straight through all fireballs, including charged skull.
Those boys are chunky after the patch.
Bro, that 6H clock. It's an important thing for everybody to always know in any Testament matchup is that Testament 6H cannot be low profiled. You might think it can by its animation and stuff, but it will hit Stroke, it will hit Jacko 2D, it will hit Vortex, it'll hit Stun Dipper. You can't go under it. So, like, a lot of times a Testament has to read, especially if you're in bird state, they can just kind of 6H at you from mid-screen, and it's like, what do you do? Like, you can't really get around it. It's an inevitability, which...
Oh, but you can beat the startup, though, apparently.
Beat the startup, absolutely. That's what I was going to say. You can be in range.
Yo, you are not throwing fireballs. I have kids.
I got kid.
Oh,
bro, that was. You do not want to do a twirling handstand into an alligator. That is asking for problems.
Oh yeah, it was my last trip to Florida.
I'll keep it in mind. But thanks, Bones, for the alligator survival guide.
Oh my God,
Bro.
That is 2 for 2 whipped gold burst.
What was that,
That
cold
was
as
so
ice OTG? I've never seen someone murder someone else in Guilty Gear like that.
Oh my God, teleport in place, getting hit by children. Oh, good anti-air fireball.
Yeah, big old 5K. 5K 6H is like the Testament beloved. It just works. Just do it.
I was liking Scythe's use of using the bird to just kind of cover the air here. Norae showing that they're not afraid to jump in. Oh my God,
Again?
gators! We're in the bayou,
Handstanding straight
baby!
into the croc. I think it was safe. I think it was safe. No! Wait. Honest question. Did they know that that was a command grab? Like,
That's what I'm wondering, because I didn't see the word punish show up.
I didn't either. Did they not know?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Because if that were landing recovery, it would have displayed the word punish, right?
I think it would have displayed the word punish, right? They should have been able to hold up there and gotten away. Maybe they were trying to backdash it and they just didn't get the input or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it would. Oh, no.
When the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie, that's a norae. Norae kind of getting away with that one. A little bit of luckaroony in the end, but you know what? 3 things dictate victory. Skill, luck. I don't know what the third one is. We haven't cracked it yet.
Some say it might be gumption, but we're still figuring that out.
Get gumption, straight grit.
Some true grit. Gotta get some of that gamer grip to put on your hand.
Yeah, absolutely. You need the gamer glue. Dude, did you see her twerking from full screen? Oh, no. Norae, you can't do this. The Jackos have not recovered from the Jacko.
Oh, yo!
There's no way that you were twerking from full screen and just did this Canadian burst and are about to die. There is no way these things have occurred.
What? How did that jump H not hit? I think they backdashed through it. That looked so funky.
Oh, no. Will Norae be the second Jacko in history to go down in a game right after they hit the down input as many times as possible?
Oh. What? What are these Canadians doing?
Bro, I'm telling you, they're out here fierce.
Oh
What a pickup.
my God.
Paper toss the child.
Oh, yo, here we go. We got the recharge.
Ooh, the JD didn't work because Jacko's very small. Okay, down Gator.
They're not even throwing children?
Bro, she was just caught in the air straight into the jaws of the alligator. How does it feel? Dude, what is with these reversal supers? They're just working.
I think Norae needs to play a little more of the Adventures of Bayou Billy.
Also, yeah, not a single burst has connected, right? I think that is true.
Yeah, I think I've never seen a game of Guilty Gear where every single burst is with. It is astounding.
Like, these aren't even like, 19 IQ bursts that like they are just weird bursts where it's like he wasn't there.
To be fair, these characters are really weird to burst.
True.
Like, it's weird to burst. Bursting Testament almost feels kind of like bursting Johnny in like Exert almost.
True. Yeah, bursting Testament can be very funky. If they do it very early. Wow, that kid just hit my way down, huh?
Congratulations, Scythe. You are the first person to successfully connect a burst. Your
Scythe,
prize will arrive at your doorstep in 8 to 10 business days.
you might as well cash your check. You've already won Beginner Cup.
You've won the tournament. Weebcup is yours.
That's a bad starter to get hit by in a crossing
Again?
situation. Bro, these reversal, if it keeps working, keep doing it. JD, connect. Okay, Norae also, now, here's the problem. Norae's burst connected, That was a risky burst, dog.
And it did not pay off.
Bro, that was not a
there we
Cali burst. That was a straight up, my name is John Dragon Quest burst. I am the protagonist. I am here for you. And then it turns out that you're just the gosh dang innkeeper kind of burst.
I mean, to be fair, Jacko is the Dragon Quest character. She has the party.
True. I also defend myself only with children.
Oh my god.
Child protection laws serve to protect the weak and protect the strong.
Wasn't there a documentary about a guy that was doing stuff like that in 2011?
I don't want to talk about it. Norae is getting a little bit beat up here. Scythe is down a lot of life, though. Okay, catches a kid. Okay, wait, Scythe is pushing towards the corner. Scythe? I'm telling you, bro, you cannot get away from the 6H like that. Dead.
That 6H is so big that it just does your taxes for you.
Dude, I'm telling you, 6H, it can be really difficult to deal with. When you're in that kind of, when you're in bird state, you can't get up from away from it. Like in those situations, you can't go under it. Like the best you can usually hope to do is trade with it with a 6P because the hurt box and hitbox come out at the same exact time. But like, you know, it's tricky. Yeah, Jacko's played some MGS5. Absolutely, 100%. Jacko should be voiced by Jack Bauer. I agree with this. Here's a random thing. I don't know if anybody remembers it. So y'all know how Snake in MGSV is voiced by Kiefer Sutherland, right? Have you all seen the video of Kiefer Sutherland around Christmas time?
I have not.
Oh my god, what does he say? Does somebody remember exactly what he says? Because someone has a camera pointed at him. He's at like a holiday party. And they're like, yo, Kiefer, like, how's it going? And he's just like, you didn't see me. And he just sprints into the background and tackles a Christmas tree and it falls over. And that's the end of the video. And that's like all I know about Kiefer Sutherland off camera.
I know that he's 24, man. And if I recall, did he lend his voice to 24 the video game?
I think he did.
I need to look this up now.
I like how you're, you know, ostensibly probably on your computer talking to me, but you're looking it up on your phone.
Well, this is me texting my boss. Now I'm looking it up. All right. I never know how to spell Kiefer Sutherland. Thankfully, Google always has my back. Kiefer Sutherland 24. The match has already started.
Match has already started, so okay, hold on. We'll talk about Kiefer in a second. RedMufflerMan is excited that his second favorite character, Anji Mita, was on screen. RedMufflerMan is now a dirty Gold Lewis player, so he cannot pop off like that anymore.
Hey, I am still an Anji player. I just want to learn Gold Lewis.
Wow, rare footage of Milia 2K2D just not working. Actually whiff punch or something.
Oh, okay, good air-to-air. Gets the conversion from the Fujin. Empty hop. We got knowledge checks, baby. The delay Nagihan to catch some sort of defensive option.
That PRC without the drift forward, I feel like, that's no sauce, right? That's kind of like, come on, go in. You have the corner.
Yo, PK14 has been getting away with murder, but now it's Pez's turn. Pez is like, I am going to set play you to death. Yo, that close flash trade. Oh, good use of the punch normals to try to keep a little bit of that space.
Wait, Pez can still win this. Pez can totally win this. Milia does not need to let Anji hit any buttons.
2P! The best 2P.
Ghost P. Yeah, no. Anji 2P pretty good. I don't know if you know that.
I want to say that 2P... I want to say he maybe has the best punch buttons in the game.
Dude, well, it's just like, it's funny, right? You look at, like, who are the two characters people usually put as, like, the lower tier power, and it's like both Faust and Anji are just like 5P'ing each other for the handshake. Like, it's just, they're both cracked P buttons.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be big damage.
She's dead.
Not quite.
Oh, he missed the umbrella. I think she was dead, dude. Jeez, PK going in, dude. That was aggression.
Oh my god. I'm so happy right now, baby.
Anji sweep, baby. We got an Anji and a Testament in top 8. This is a crowd pleaser. This is
Mito sweep.
Everybody in chat after the CLG tournament, they're just, you know, they're like Ram Lavarve Valentine. You come here, we got the variety for you.
you go into CLG and it's just that scene of The Simpsons where Homer's in a bar, just completely surrounded by Ramethal.
Yeah, exactly right. Wow, the really delayed disc cancel catching PK.
Oh, that was some decent movement with Fujin from PK to get away, but now caught in that Milia sweep.
Yeah, unfortunately, once the Milia sweep gets started, funky PRC. I think there was supposed to be maybe a fast RC to kind of like yeet herself at him a little bit there, but nothing really came out.
Ooh, this is such a weird situation for PK to be in. They either need to be mashing 5P or 6P to try to get out.
What is this
They're not-
Rose pressure? She's just looping, dude.
Okay, Pez was like, okay, PK, you knowledge check me with that Fujin. That's cute. Do you have the knowledge to stop this, though? Can you hit 6P?
Bro, help! PK, you gotta interrupt it! Dude, Pez, I've never seen someone play Milia angrier. This is putting the rage in Milia rage, dude.
That was so disrespectful. That was so disrespectful. Oh, and we got knowledge checks back, baby. PK's like, yeah, you know what? I couldn't beat you out of your air dash. Can you block this overhead?
Dude, PK's plan is just don't let it happen again. Yeah, 2P out of that. Oh, no! That was going to be nasty, disgusting damage. Okay, the Rose is out. Dude, every Rose has its thorn, and it's looking like a thorny fucking Monday.
PK just bursts out. He doesn't want to deal with it.
Doesn't want to deal with it, but he's being put right back into it. Welcome to the blunder, population
Yo, good
U.
block on the cross-up, though.
Yeah.
Good mash on the 5P. That's plus, baby.
Plus in the big low. All right.
Plus 8, if I recall, after the pen.
If I recall, I believe it's plus 8. PK. Now, okay, now you got to be scared, right? The burst is kind of going against, doesn't have it, so this means that any of this pressure from Pez, this could lead to that corner loop again. The cross-up again, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a fan of that. I think if you've got the corner, just hold on to it, brother. Don't risk it.
All right. It's okay, Anji's Japanese. He has, like, the highest guts in the game. But it doesn't matter. You can have the highest guts in the game. It doesn't matter if they're all on the floor.
Pez got 2 perfects, by the way. In between was a round that they lost, but Pez got 2 perfects. Oof.
That's kind of how this matchup goes to a bit, I feel. Anji can just get kind of fucked when he's knocked down by Milia, and he just has to deal with it if he doesn't have meter.
It happens, dude. It totally happens. I mean, this is it's unstoppable force versus unstoppable force. Somebody please help.
It's a knowledge check versus a knowledge check. Which player will read a book first? Oh!
That was a lot of running at each other without hitting buttons.
That was so scary.
Okay, I like this aggressive burst here from PK. PK has realized that the offense needs to go on, right? Like, you thought you were the professor, but it turns out that Pez is also the professor, and you're both giving each other an exam.
Yeah, PK is trying to check Milia's movement options here, but they're just getting checked for it a lot of the time here. This time, though, we got the Fujin hop again.
I think for Pez,
Overhead.
right, after that block disc, you have to assume PK is going to hit a button, right? That's not like a cheeky knowledge check situation. You're like 2- to play with that, really, right? Like, a basic defense will blow you up for that. And basic defense will also get PK 1 round away. Wow, bro. That was like Michigan.
That was a Michigan burst, if I'll say it. I don't even know what a Michigan burst would entail, but I think I can guess.
A burst that barely hits from the top. I'm coining it now.
Good throw!
Ooh, big
That's
throw.
Okizumi.
They're stuck in the corner now. PK, RC in getting this.
The
Oh, no!
twitch whip! It doesn't matter, they hit a button! We're breaking that glass! What? Oh, they tried to go for Splat Oki, but that wasn't a Splat setup.
It was not a splat at all, dude. Oh, no, the 2S connects. Okay, PK does have burst, so they're going to maybe use it as guard cancel. You saw Pez actually just backing off exactly for that reason.
Oh, just YRC's out of the Fujin pressure. Doesn't want to deal with it.
I thought
All
that
right.
Pez was jumping up to actually block that burst from PK, but no, the burst does connect. Health is very
PK
even,
tried-
but... No!
The meatiest of hair cars!
Dude,
PK was trying so hard to control the airspace with Ko's and preemptive buttons, but Pez was just too high and it wasn't enough.
Dude, and then got hit by the 19,000th active frame of the car, and now we're in double Luigi situation. Pez versus PK, but PK's in the corner. No burst on the table, getting hit by these lows, Muffler Man.
Ooh, it's like when I play net play. This is me against Celestial Milia.
This is me against floor 1 Milia.
Oh, I feel like that butterfly might have been an errant 6P. Oh, that might be it. He's not Japanese enough.
He is not
High
Japanese
guts don't
enough.
matter.
With another perfect. Pez is going to move on over PK. Pez has been looking gross all night. Yeah, exactly. Comfy Caffeine. They have been looking absolutely vile. By the way, real quick, thank you very much, Abrupt Jazz, Dank Dukes, Fugwiz, and Lazy Couchman. Thank you very much for the big follows. I really appreciate it. Yeah, no, Milia Rage, I'm telling you, they were really putting the rage in Milia Rage. They were playing so mad. Like,
I've never seen Amelia play that mad. Other than, I think I may have seen a set once with Teddy Treebark in Xrd, where I saw Amelia play mad. But it was never that mad.
Yeah, no, that was like, they got knowledge checked like 4 times, and they're like, okay, I see how it is. And they just...
And I'll be real, as an Anji player, I do that to people all the time. And I know how frustrating it is when he hops at you and you throw, because you're just like, that shouldn't have hit me. And then you just start spiraling. Anji is a character where if you start losing to that character, it can really make you hate yourself sometimes.
No, absolutely. Next up is going to be 2 people who are no strangers to Beginner Cup. I believe Luminous Jellyfish has made it to top 8 before, but I could be wrong on that. But itxz definitely has the shadow chip, I want to call him. Like, Crouching Idiot is like the fake ninja who's like there to like throw everybody off their game. He's the obvious one. He's a distraction ninja for itxz to go for the throat. He's always also in the background, very consistent chip performer. We'll see. Can they rock it out this time? Meanwhile, Luminous Jellyfish going for Soul, a rare, increasingly dying breed of a character.
And also sporting the... Anytime I see denim colors, I know that there are still fighters out there that believe in the power of corduroy.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, the clean hit HDP, but not quite enough. I wonder if they could have just done like JH and the JD and kind of gotten a wall splat and it could have killed, but Luminous Jelly, gonna get the counter hit. Now it comes down to Luminous Jellyfish. Do you want to spend Burst to try to get this little bit of health on Chip?
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
What happened?
Oh, which one? Which one?
Okay, yeah, he had way more life than I thought. Wow, just mash it out.
Also, the Soul Wall Break may have scared the shit out of me because I forgot this may be modded to have Hank Hill as the voice for Soul when he wall breaks.
Oh my god, why aren't we watching your stream? Oh.
Whoa!
Wow, what a footsie on that 2D. Okay. Oh,
that's a
no.
Huge punish! Huge punish! Oh, it does not make the burn.
Oh, no!
Counter hit! They're dead! Just go to super! Okay, good enough.
Yeah, keep it an easy peasy. I respect it. Luminous Jellyfish gonna go 1 over itxz there. That was like, you know, Sajam just said on his stream that Soul 6H is like not a button anymore. It's pretty bad. That was like in defiance. That was directed at just like, I mean, just at him next time, you know?
You saw the 6H land, and then you could just see it tagging Sajam on Twitter. At Sajam is written on the sword.
Oh, whoops. I accidentally typed their name in as Luminous Jellyfosh. I'm sorry.
Oh, yo.
You are not an ancient meme involving Will Smith. Ooh, Elevate on down. Okay, Luminous Jellyfish has been blocking these out, though.
2S spoke.
Wow, you just 5P'd. That's brave.
Oh, Luminous Jelly is getting opened up with these Rekka overheads, but...
3D working as that footsie's tool. Oh, no, you got it hit by the funny knowledge check.
Zanseroga hits, baby!
You know, if Crouching Idiot's not going to be here, somebody's got to put in the work. itxz land and the big old Zanseroga. The backdash gets caught by the command grab. Not quite dead. OTG.
Oh, my God. Seeing the backdash get beaten by a command grab makes me realize there is no God.
Yeah, you have to, like, delay your backdash. It's hecka messed up.
It's so messed up. There really is no God. Good DP. Oh, we got plus frames. Good FD from itxz to get out of that situation. Now that that's actually possible and FD doesn't put you in more block front.
Well, dude, Luminous Jellyfish is scrambling for their life right now. They are like, they were trying to make that as weird as possible. It almost worked, but gonna get this wall break. itxz is kind of running a train right now. What's the play from Luminous Jellyfish? You got 50 bucks. How you gonna use it? Maybe you could use it to kill him. Oh, he's so dead.
Oh, no! What?
You burst? They burst, and then they got thrown in the scramble. Now they've got no burst going into this next round. I can't believe it.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Is he dead here?
He could have been. Easily
he
could have been.
could've
That
been.
would have wall stuck. That would have been Tyrant Rave, but letting him off with
Good
a
bait on
warning.
the DP. We're just throwing DPs. DP bargain bin sale. Everyone's got reversals.
This is not a reversal, for the record. This is not a reversal super. That just worked.
I think it has info on like frame 8 or something.
It's like he did delayed. Wait, this could kill if they route it properly. No, not quite.
But they just got thrown.
Easy peasy.
Oh.
Wrapping it all up. Luminous Jellyfish going to take it 2 over ITXZ. GG's. ITXZ made it all the way again to top 8 losers. I feel like, unfortunately for ITXZ, top 8 losers has been kind of like the, that's where they live. So maybe, you know, this will inspire the boost of confidence they need. We would love to see, you know, ITXZ push the envelope, get in there. But for right now, we do have a couple of old homies still, which you love to see. You know, as fun as it is when like a dark horse enters this tournament and suddenly sweeps everything, you love to see the old class of gamers all fighting it out here. And everybody in top 8 is known talent, right? Really quick to read off the top 8 because I haven't done that. We had PKD 14 versus Pez. Then we had Norae versus Scythe. And then we had ITXZ versus Luminous Jellyfish, which we just had. And we have Ed with 5 Ds. We have seen on stream before, going up against Jaboss. Jaboss is an Axel player, which means
So is that like Ed, or is it like Ed D5?
I just go Ed. You know what I mean? You kind of need a little bit of that Ed.
Hey, yo, their avatar's kind of lit, though. It was like a really big, tall, like, green hair Polnareff as a
What
horse,
the hell is going on with that,
tracksuit,
brother?
And an eye patch.
Welcome, everybody, to the Guilty Gear Strive Drip Review. I will be your host, Solid Bones, joined here by Blue Muffler Boy. How are you today?
Oh, Mr. Bones, I'm doing quite okay. And I am ready to judge how exactly these players throw some thread.
I am indeed also. We do have a centaur rocking a haircut roughly the size of their head. They're now squatting, which is alarming. I don't like horses squatting down like that. That's scary.
Ed is rocking Nagoriyuki. I knew they played some sort of big body, and I know this is a matchup that at first people were like, this sucks for Nago, right? Can't win Axel's top 1 easy. And then that narrative kind of shifted, but now I feel like it's kind of shifted back to where it's like, yes, a really good Axel player can really mess up Nagoriyuki. We just saw this at CLG's Run It Thursday, right? We just saw that, which I commentated last Wednesday. Really wonderful Nagoriyuki player whose name is escaping my brain right now. I'm so sorry. Went up against Remy Celeste, and they got obliterated, to be honest with you. They got fundamentally taken apart, and it felt like they could not win. No, it wasn't Hotashi. Shut up. Test your luck. Yep, that one.
All right, here we go. Well, I feel like at
Oh, no!
No! Wow.
my
Okay,
God!
so many
Oh
things
my
have happened
God!
already. How did we get here?
Oh no! Oh, here we go. Command grab. Into time stop.
Yeah,
Tokyo Tomate.
Jaboss is a time stop fan, and, like, you can get away with that, but I feel like it can be really risky, especially against an...
Oh my God! You
That-
cannot YRC, but
that was
they also
vile.
can't wall break.
I've never seen someone get stuck to the wall more in not a slump state and not break the dang thing. What is happening?
Such is life. All right, we have Ed just sort of trying to wait this out. Their blood's high enough to the point where they can't really risk using any movement, but they can't get close enough to get any normals blocked. They're about to pop, but it doesn't matter.
And there you go. And now, so we do know now for everybody, the mnemonic for Axel's moves, in case you have trouble, is that snails are brave and they always advance. So snail is the forward-moving one, and rainwater is the cowardly one where he moves backwards.
Well, I
Bang.
mean, the way that you can usually tell is like just the direction, because rain comes down and snail shells are shaped upward.
What do you mean a snail shell is shaped upward? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, what would you shape a snail like if you drew it on a piece of paper in terms of drawing it? It's an upward curve.
I'm gonna fight you IRL, but regardless,
Oh my
Ed is stuck, and unfortunately, yeah, so, okay, sorry, I got a little distracted there by somebody not understanding how snails work, but
Oh my God.
something that's important to note is that the way that this matchup kind of works is that once Nagoriyuki reaches level 2 blood, He is so sad. He just wants to cry because at that point, his ability to challenge Axel from full screen is non-existent. His buttons just will not matter, and he has.
He's just not allowed to move,
and he can't move. So like your goal as Nagoriyuki is, it's like it feels like how it should be, how every other matchup plays out, but doesn't actually. Where you need to one-shot them, right? You need to that round star DP. If that had hit, that's the path of victory, right? You need to eye your path of victory and take it.
Oh god, he's almost at level 2.
Bro, now you're bringing up Fibonacci. I didn't ask for cool Italian desserts, okay? We're just talking about snails. Keep it down.
Hey, yo. All right, oh, that was a really dope Just Guard.
That was a really dope IB, but unfortunately, again, now Ed is in this horrible spot, right? They're fully blooded up on a Monday. The overhead goes.
Oh my god, Jabos is just playing this so patiently.
Yeah, and Jabos for the record is fan of the stream, or rather, no, just homie of the stream, not fan. Fan's a weird word, but Jabos has been around for forever. Love to see them here in top 8 representing, even if they are a dirty Axel player.
All right, this might be Ed's chance. Being at around this range, he might be able to get something started
He's
here.
popping, even if he's living.
popping.
The Renson was already there.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
It's so unfortunate.
Okay, so now this is Ed's last potential chance, and now they're gonna get hit with the old command grab, because now it's like Ed's trying to play a little more cautiously with the blood at first, but now you've already spent, right? So it's like you're this much already spent with blood. They've got to die.
Oh, here we go, baby.
Could be huge. Gotta be a little concerned.
Oh my god.
That's gonna hit. No, you had to FD cancel that. No.
If they had canceled that, that would have been like game of the year shit right there.
I would have screeched.
An Overwatch play of the game would have played.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have just played on everybody's strive setups like automatically. Would have been like, yo, peep this. Burst! Oh my god. Ed is real hungry for this round. They're seeing a path to victory. Ed's got meter RC forward. Down block of the tap. Does Jabos is gonna punish.
Oh, they have no bar. This is a one-touch situation, both sides. Jabos can play this super patiently.
They're gonna pop the chip!
Oh, they get chipped out!
Oh my god, dude, they were literally popping. Look, the bar was already colored in.
God!
Insane.
This is such a super turbo matchup. Like, I legitimately feel like I'm watching, like, Honda versus Sim.
I'd never wish that on anybody. If you're watching Honda versus Sim, tell someone to switch.
Yeah, basically.
Oh no, the Renson connects. And now again, unfortunately, Ed is in this position where they're already so blooded up. It's like, what do you do other than go for the YOLO pop? Try to go for the 5H, but gets caught by the good old snail.
Oh, good air throw. Jabos is just bossing Ed around here at every turn.
And I love Jabos actually backing off there, right? I think it's easy to get a little like bloodlusty in that situation and want to go.
Oh, catches the fucking forward dash with the command grab.
Dude, the Fukio could not go fast enough to get away from the command grab, and Jabos is gonna take it 2-0 over Ed. I gotta say, everybody, write this down. Bones said that Nago Axel is 8-2 Axel favored. Write that down.
It ain't 8-2.
It's not 8-2.
This ain't a real super turbo
No, it's not
matchup.
8-2. I'm just kidding. But boy, that you really got to be able to one-shot in that matchup. And I feel like the unfortunate thing for this matchup for Nagoriyuki players is I think that the way you overcome it is by going insane, right? You need to go so ballistically crazy that the Axel player has literally no idea what approach you're going to do. And, like, that's how you can get in and try to one-shot them. Because once you're in the situation where you're blooded up and standing there full screen with your dumbass sword, and you're just like, yo, like, it's not going to work.
I feel like you either have to play out of your mind right at the very start, or you have to break out, like, the high Ogi secret technique shit that your sensei only teaches you once you're a black belt. Where you do, like, jump D, PRC shenanigans and slingshot yourself forward.
You had me grounded in, like,
like
real...
that.
You had, like, me grounded in real martial arts for a second, and then you were like, then your sensei teaches you how to jump D. I'm like, word, dude? I can go learn karate, and I learned how to go, like, it's sick.
You ever have your sensei just teach you how to use meter so that you can slingshot yourself to the other side of the dojo?
Damn, dude. Jabos says, Ed, and to everyone I have beaten, thank you for your efforts. Whoa. Jaboss, that is a line from a killer. Jaboss has tasted blood, and boy, they could go for more of it right now.
See, the way that I see that is depending on the type of inflection that you read that can either be the words of a monk who is honoring those he has defeated, or a fucking crime lord.
Is there a difference?
I mean, I've played Jade Empire.
Of all games to pick, you picked Jade Empire? The only thing I know about Jade Empire is you can turn into a big frog. That's about it.
It's a pretty cool game that has aged like milk in ways.
I played it, me and my friend bought it for like the 360 when we were in college. Like, look at this weird BioWare game I've never heard of. Let's give it a shot. And then we both, as the phrase goes, we both died of old game shock.
Oh, man.
Like,
I still think that game's pretty OD, though, to be honest.
You kind of start that game and everybody's like, "Oh, sensei, let us fight." It's just like, oh. I remember that. Jade Empire is a game that is, I remembered, like, as we played it, it unlocked a memory in me of like, whoa, they talked about this on Cheat TV on G4. Not Cheaters,
oh my God.
Which everybody will think is what I'm talking about. Before G4
No,
Cheat, the hosted by Kristen Webb. I was like, whoa.
I was sent to
PKD
the
14
front
versus
lines of
Luminous
that
Jellyfish.
Oh shit, let's go. We got knowledge checks. My favorite kind of checks. So funnily enough, this matchup used to be absolutely terrible for Anji. But I feel like now at this point, with the way that Soul has kind of been toned down a bit, I would say that this matchup's only slightly in Soul's favor now. Relatively speaking.
Well, I feel like Anji does have one of the most important things to have against Soul, which is like, in bad situations, if you're fighting a Soul who can convert, right, you'll get 3 touch instead of 2 touch, which can genuinely make a big difference. Like, Anji is just so bulky compared to other characters.
Not to mention, Anji also does relatively comparable damage to Soul.
Dude,
so it's like if Anji does get a touch, it tends to hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that setup from Luminous Jellyfish, by the way, to OTG with S, and press S. Like, the setup is hit S as fast as possible. Gets the kill there with the wall break.
Ooh, that was clean. We're going back to the beginning of the stage.
Also, Soul Theme is playing, which, as everybody knows, did get elevated to #1 theme in Strive after the OVA, so that is quite a power.
Facts. Facts. I've karaoke'd this song on stream once, and it was pretty OD.
Oh! Nice, dude. Great meter discipline. That's really... Holy shit, he almost died. I was gonna say he might be, but oh my god, y'all.
Oh, that whiff Ko, no! You got... Oh, God, whiff... The thing with Ko, that is always like the Hail Mary button, I feel, for most Anji players, is they're like, I gotta make something happen. They're gonna jump. If they jump and Ko hits, I've won or got my turn started. And, like, it is such an easy panic button to go to. But if you don't have bar, that button gets you killed so hard.
P-Cubed making a reference showing that they are 700 years old. I see you, P-Cubed. And do you have it in reference to the guts?
Oh, gets frame trapped by the gun flame.
Wow.
Good mash on the 2P.
Good mash. That was a brave mash.
Look, if a mash works, it's a good mash.
True. Yee, ugly RC. That's what I was just going to say about Luminous, is they had amazing meter discipline last time. It's really easy to, like, RC a bandit revolver in a situation, but they knew the wall was going to snap, and you saw the returns they got off it. It's so important to manage yourself like that and not accidentally RC for no reason.
Because if that were Sonic Hurricane from Anji, he would have been put in a much better situation.
Good blocks from PK.
Trying to spin, getting that turn started with the bar. Luminous gonna burst? No. Okay, I respect it.
Hold on to it. I love the way Luminous plays, honestly. It's very safe. It's very big chillin', like hanging out, but unfortunately gets slugged by that jump in there. There's gonna be the burst from Luminous early on.
Ooh, counter hit Fujin, not quite anything on it.
Dude! Tried to Fafnir in and got exploded. I feel like Fafniring in against Anji is incredibly scary, though.
It's pretty spoopy.
That's -7.
Oh, they're dead. If they do this confirm right, they're dead.
Nice. Luminous, I cannot believe they just ran at him.
Sometimes Anji //, pretty good button.
So only sometimes.
I mean, I would say it's generally a pretty good button. It's a little slow, but it leads to way more damage on average than a lot of other far slashes.
Cubalart, Kendawsum, and Sora M7. Thank you very much for the follows, by the way. I appreciate it. Sora M7, I'd like to believe that that is a Sora MC that is like the N7 Mass Effect thing, but it's like...
Okay, was that KBUL art?
Yes.
Oh, that's my homie. Let's go. He's
What's
the one that drew
good?
my OC. Yeah.
What's good, homie?
Shoutouts to Cable.
All right,
Oh my
it's
god, the bravest of mashes again.
currently 1-1. Yeah, I mean, PK has proven they're not afraid to mash, but that's the problem, right? It works until it doesn't, and when it doesn't work, it catastrophically doesn't. Reversal DP has not been an option Luminous Jellyfish has been afraid to show, especially with 50 bucks.
Okay, he's throwing. Are we going to see a counter? We are not going to see a counter. And PK goes through the glass. Doesn't even go through the glass.
Nah, didn't
Doesn't
want
even
it.
get a change of scenery. That's so disrespectful.
Luminous being a true soul player and going like, that wastes frames.
That wastes frames. I don't want to go traveling.
Oh!
Oh, the dash cancel into the uppercut. That's so much fucking damage.
Almost dead. The Anji Guts, the only thing keeping PK alive, even by a pixel, brother.
Oh my god. No dash cancel combos, so they can't quite get the fancy conversion, but it works out. That's not no! That doesn't work! That doesn't work! No! Oh, I'm so sad.
That was exactly Tenebrio. That was a jump scare. So it's just he was holding forward tech off the wall and just mashing 5K.
Oh my god. I'm so sad.
All the Anji players in chat collectively just oof.
Ooh. Oh, it was a good run, PK.
It was a great
My
run.
fellow Hanji player.
PK should really feel good about themselves. I mean, 5th place in a bracket of 64 gamers. Bro, you take that to the bank. Frame that. Put that on the wall.
You knowledge checked so many people with Fujin Hop, and I can respect that.
Whew. Next up, we're going to have our other losers semis of top 8. It is going to be Norae and Jabos. This is, I've never seen this matchup. I will actually say that
Jacko
confidently.
Axel?
I've never seen this matchup.
Oh my god. Okay. Can British people beat kids? That's the question.
Hold up. Don't make a joke that I can see in the back of your mind. It's already starting to form. Do not make a joke. Keep it there, all of you, including Ft.RedMufflerMan. That joke stays in the back of the brain. Abort the joke. I can see it already.
Oh my god.
I saw the twinkle in your eye.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I love video games, dude.
I love video games too, and I love being the monarch of this stream. But going in, we've got Norae and Jabos. Again, a matchup I genuinely don't know anything about. I couldn't tell you nothing. MKG, do you have... MKJ, sorry. I swear to God, for the record, I'm dyslexic on my J and Gs. I will mess them up literally anytime I read them out loud like that. I always mess it up. Regardless, MKJ, do you have any insight to the Axel Jacko matchup? Because what the hell?
Oh man. I'm like trying to figure out in my head, but I'm not quite sure, other than I feel like if Jacko gets on Axel, he just dies.
Now here's
But that's
the thing.
also just Axel.
Also, whoops, sorry, the names are swapped. But here's the thing that you got to remember about Jabos. They love Axel reversal super. So like
That is true.
they're gonna force Norae. I feel
Oh, Norae is not dead.
Norae's
Okay.
not dead. They're hanging out.
Not quite. Shout out to Octopimp.
Shout out to the pimp.
God. Oh, yo, dash cancel close slash for that Okizumi.
I guess the old Zumi, but Norae has not been able to get started at all against Jabos. Very funny to see Jabos just twerking a little bit in that first round while Flam types like, oh man, I feel like Axel's just sad, while Axel is actively smiling, going like, wahoo!
I was about to say, that was actually a pretty dope frame trap from the snail.
Okay, the 5-piece smoke the kid and Jacko. Okay, Kid is now in. The pressure's going. Now Jabos has got to hold this a little bit. Doesn't even have meter to do a reversal. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
No super, though. That's disastrous, I feel like, somewhat.
Yeah, that super could have sealed the round. Oh, no. All right, no meter on deck for Jabos. They got to do their best to live through this, and it is unfortunate.
Good job with the pressure there. Once Norae got the opportunity, they did not drop it whatsoever.
Oh, yo, rainwater into stuff. Nah, big drop, but it's fine. It's Axel. This character doesn't do damage unless the planets align.
That's a big toss. Already taken 60% against Norae here. Oh, boy. The big snail Rooney might be dead. Yep, dead.
Oh, is this dead?
Yep.
Let's go.
Just remember,
I said
everybody.
Axel does no damage. I take it back.
Axel does no damage. Never, ever. Never has this character hurt anybody. He definitely did not kill her in 3 hits.
Definitely didn't. Definitely.
And one of those hits was a throw.
Well, to be fair, Guilty Gear Strive, if you're not doing 50%, I feel like I'm comfortable saying you don't do damage. If you only do 30% on average.
Yeah, you lose 50%, you just go, at all.
What do you mean I have to 4-touch Anji? This is bullshit.
Mankind knew that.
God, I feel so weird seeing people actually playing on this stage because I'm so used to tournaments on console.
Wait, is this stage not allowed, or?
On console, the stage is banned because it causes lag.
Oh,
Like,
really?
the stage is super laggy on console.
Word, I didn't know that. I guess it's good for netplay, though. Yeah, big
It
2D.
should be fine on PC.
Always have to be aware. Bro. Jacko 5H is a pretty good button. That's 5H, right?
Jacko 5H is pretty good, yeah.
Spinning bird kick.
I'm seeing how this matchup is really affecting. Oh, like you said, Wake Up Super.
I told you, Wake Up Super, it does a ton of damage, but most importantly, puts you in that situation where you really need to guess. She's still alive, she's dead.
Yeah, Jabos is not letting Norae set up any minions, so it's forcing Norae to have to, like, play more aggressively without the support from the kids.
Ooh. A little bit of chunk, it's okay. Kids are still keeping it. Wow, good snipe on the child, dude. Kid got obliterated.
That child got obliterated. Oh, yo, good
okay.
close slash?
Gonna dismiss the kid. Oh, okay. Kid's in.
Alright.
Gonna be able to run some pressure here. Doesn't want to quite break the ball. I think I saw the twinkle in Jabos's eye if they already buffered super and their hand was just like hovering above H. But then they saw they were nowhere near them and they were like, okay. So they just stood there. Gets a time stop here. Shouldn't be enough to kill.
Ooh. Axel Bomber can't quite get the wall break. Norae's got a full stick of butter. Jabos has got a full stick of butter. A counter hit 2D. That's dead.
And they did indeed make toast. Jabos is going to move on over Norae. Jacko slides down the wall in a pose that might be against TOS. But it's going to be 2-0 in Jabos's favor. You know, everybody was saying Axel gets smoked, can't win. Where are you now? I'm getting a lot of conflicted responses in the chat. If that stage needs to be banned, let me know.
Yeah, because like from what I've heard, it can be fine on some PCs, but some PCs, depending on your specs, can have some trouble running it.
It is absolutely a banned stage. Okay, great. I'm glad it's banned by my own rules. You think I know my own rules? I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know the rules.
All right, Jabos, you have to change your stage. Jabos.
And before we have to replay the entire
No,
set
we're not
because
gonna
Axel stage.
It's okay. I think as long as Norae. But for the record, Norae, really good job up until big ol' fifth place there. Made it all the way with the big old Jacko. Good stuff. They're looking stronger every day.
Very strong play.
I'm not going to overimpose my position, to be honest, and try to give Jacko advice. She is one of those characters where I'm just like, I don't know, have you considered hitting
She's like
more?
playing a different game, and I have no idea how that character works.
I will say the thing I always do, which is please confer to MKJ if they're around. They're strong, and they know things, and I definitely don't. So that's all I can really say about that. We do have Luminous, Jellyfish, and Jabos, who are going to be squaring off in losers. Sorry, and Dusty. We're going to be squaring off in losers finals. But before we get to that, we are going to have to launch on over to Pez and
Scythe, who are going to be slugging it out in Windows.
Windows Finals. Is that on 98 or XP?
Yeah, right. Dude, freaking. Hi, I'm Bill Gates, and welcome to Windows Finals. You know they have Microsoft's Excel tournaments?
What?
Like, they get a bunch of nerds in a room, and they're just like, solve this shit. And they're like, they have to sit down and they have like an hour to just do Excel wizardry at it. And it's really funny.
What the heck? That's radical, actually. It's like farming sim tournaments.
I think we might be running loser side first. No, Scythe's back. Okay. Scythe said that they needed 3 minutes, but they immediately ran back. They seem like they're ready.
Oh, it's a time zone thing. 3 minutes for them is only like 1 minute for us.
Ah, true.
That's how time zones work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Pez versus Scythe Mark, everybody. This is going to be winners finals, please. If you can, in the chat, make some dang noise. This is going to be first to 3 as a reminder.
All right,
The barrage. Oh, the block on the burst.
Pez immediately baiting that burst, saying no. Defensive options, I've never heard of them. I play Milia Rage.
Yeah, that was a really good burst bait because also now that... You know...
And suddenly Pez is in the bayou. BRC to block the 5D, but does not get the punish. Uses that as an opportunity to escape the corner instead. And then that's going to be some broken glass.
Nope, not even
quite.
PRC. Try to keep the pressure going just a little bit, but this is still really scary. Like, what happened to Millia's health? She got bit by a gator, and that was it.
I mean, that's what happens in real life.
She got death rolled.
Oh!
Bro, Testament
Okay.
5K'd the wrong way. If I'm Scythe Mark, I'm switching characters.
Oh my god. Oh, yo, bird time. Oh, good movement from Pez to avoid the crow.
But what I was going to say earlier was that since Pez got that burst, look at Scythe Mark, right? They still don't have theirs. By, like, baiting it early like that and closing out the round relatively quickly, you just, like, ensured that burst is not going to be a thing until, like, the very end here.
Oh, yeah, this is potentially a one-touch situation coming up, and Scythe spends the burst at the end of the combo.
Yeah, spends it at the end, try to deny that Oki situation. That was just a close slash into nothing, which is a bold play.
I mean, Milia close slash, like, every time I see... I'm not used to that button being the way that it is. I feel like in this game, it's like... I look at Elfelt... I look at Milia close slash, and I just see Elfelt close slash. I just see champagne bottle. Just corking up.
I don't know if it's quite the same when the rest of her kit isn't also exactly like that.
Oh, no. It's definitely not... I'm not saying she's Elfelt. I'm just saying that button just feels like the one Elfelt button.
I mean, it's a hell of a good button. Pez
It is
versus Scythe
such a
Mark.
good button.
Pez is up 1 big point. What is with what is with beginner cups being dominated by Millias lately?
I mean, what way to get out of the beginner cup bracket than to play a character not built as a beginner character?
True. Absolutely correct. I feel like Millie and Zato, if you can play them, it's like, bro, you are blasting through the brackets. Big
Anytime
burst.
I hear a Zato player downplay their character, I just want to slap them in the face. That character is so consistent.
Oh, please, for the love of God, help. You got wall broken off of nothing but 2K, 2Ds. This winger going to do a little bit because it's winger. But most importantly... Oh! Rare footage of Gator not hitting. I think it is the first time that Scythe Mark's Gator has not connected. How's it going there, Baka Survivor? Thanks for dropping by.
Pez has decided they are not going to Florida. Instead, you are going to hell. Ooh! Okay, that's charge. That's hella plus.
Yeah, but
And then
unfortunately,
just
Millia
easily
can
out.
take to the skies hella fast, dude. Got away from that 6H. She is not one of those characters who's, like, too bulky to go away from it.
All right, here
Bird
we
state
go.
up.
Bird state. Choosing to teleport in. And good block on the cross-up. Even just guards the disc.
Bro, just running all over the place there.
Ooh. All right, knockdown into OTG for Okizumi's. Bottle state.
Yeah,
That was a
5D.
brave 5D.
I don't think that 5D was intended. They were a little bit far away. Oh my god, big 5H with nothing behind it leads me to believe that it was some sort of execution error. Burst does connect. Charge Fireball going to stop the air car. Yeah, that's not really an option against Testament, is it?
No, yeah, because you can't go over the fireball with it. So if they shoot a ground fireball at all, you're going to get fucked probably.
I also think 6H would explode you for trying.
That too.
The empty jump lows, dude, have really been messing up Scythe Mark. Pez did not quite have the meter to break that with Winger, so they're not going to get the Oki, but they do get just neutral jump H.
Ooh, OTG disc? That should be done. Oh, with throw. The Guilty Gear special of hit throw on wake up. No one is immune.
Nobody's immune, dude. Pez is already 2-0 here against Scythe, who has looked so dominant against everybody else in the bracket. And I mean, I think a big part of that is that Pez has really understood using the more conventional options Millia has in conjunction with her weirder stuff, right? Like, he's just, like, neutral jumping. And it's like, who neutral jumps is Millia? And not air dashing. He's just neutral jumping and coming down the button. Funnily
enough, like, the Millia play in general has just been pretty straight and clean. I don't think I've seen a single bad moon.
No, I don't think we've seen a single bad moon.
We have not seen a single bad moon this entire tournament.
I think the only special moves we've seen are Disc, Rose, Mirage, and Hair Car. Like...
And, like, that just kind of shows, like, how well-rounded Millia's offense is and how many options that she has. When Pez still has an entire option they have not even represented yet. Look at that.
Yeah, just going for the simple stuff. These lows have been eating Scythe alive. Help, I'm getting mixed.
Help.
Dead! I didn't think they were that close to the wall. I misjudged where they were. They're quick, perfect. Pez is looking to take this 3-0 fashion over Scythe Mark and just blast them down to loser side.
Okay, we got burbs. Pez trying to wait out the bird.
Oh, that's a huge 6H. That is a massive 6H. Dude, peep the damage. Bird for your trouble.
That's so much damage. You got birded up.
Bird connect. Yeah, Pez is not going to burst. Not at all. Just hanging on to it. Gator going to take a big chunk.
Billy. Ooh,
no.
Good IAD over the 5H.
And I hate to say it, but every time Scythe Mark has been put in this kind of situation...
Oh no, Pez is doing the Pez special? No.
Okay, they backed off. They were like, I've got a feeling that they're going to match 6B.
And they were right. Ooh!
Ow.
6H is the hair card? Good burst. That was going to be so painful.
Pez now getting a little bit... Oh, boy. Oh, no!
Whiffs that close slash. That's pretty big.
Pretty big. The fast RC kick. Gonna be an overhead. Scythe Mark is gonna be in a next touch situation here, I think. Yeah.
Broken glass. And just immediate IAD jump age.
Wow.
Ooh, baby.
Bro, Pez is cooking. Pez straight up got into that winner's final spot and just went, yahoo! Already 3-0. They're already fighting the final Bowser. I can't believe it.
You see, I know why their name is Pez, because they are dispensing mix at an incredible rate.
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. That's gonna be it for us. RedMufflerMan, you're the band from commentary forever. Thank you for being
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm...
Dude, I thought you actually got spooked by something.
If only I had like a button to make myself slowly fade, I could have done the greatest bit. Sadly, I was not prepared for that.
It's short for peasant Pez. That's good to know. Well, you're not playing like a peasant. You are playing like somebody who's in grand gosh dang finals.
Oh, you're playing like a lord.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the noise of RedMufflerMan falling down a trapdoor.
Yeah, no, it totally is, dude. That was the...
No, I could just imagine like a hook coming from like off screen and dragging me away.
Ooh, boy. Speaking of hooks dragging people away. Sorry, I didn't update the names yet. They already got into it. Both these players are seeking violence. This is going to be Luminous Jellyfish versus Jaboss.
Yo, they even skipped the intros. That's how you know these two motherfuckers are out for blood.
Yeah, Jaboss's heart is stone, that they said. They are here to win. They are here for blood. But... I mean, if anybody will literally explode if they touch you when you're playing Axel, it's Soul. This starter is disastrous.
Oh, that's so much damage.
Next touch easily kills. Easily kills. That would have killed 20 years ago. Tyrant Rave, dead.
This is so dead. Oh my god.
Dude, he would have been dead 20 Axels ago. Like, that is it. You explode. So,
that killed not only Axel, but 20 other Axels and 20 other timelines.
Yeah, it's like when people say like a snake bite is like, this will kill 20 men. Which, as a kid, for the record, I always interpreted as if the snake bites one guy, 20 people die. And I'm like, that's pretty messed up. But, yeah, no, that's what Soul does. He just kills multiple Axels with one swing. Wow, 5K actually got whiff punished by 2H. 6K?
Oh, that is bullshit blazing. Let's go. Good 5P. Jaboss trying to hold that space as best as he can.
Yeah, and I love how Luminous Jellyfish is approaching, right? He's doing quite a bit of the old Uniclear gameplay, right? He's dash blocking on in. He's picking his shots. He's not being too crazy about it.
Ooh, okay.
There
the
it
DP
is.
I was waiting for.
Are you dead?
I thought it was going to be the last
Are you
one.
dead? No, the Viper
no!
whiffs! Jellyfish bursts!
Just burst!
I can't believe they burst. I can't believe that. And it worked.
Oh my god. I feel like he got that, and that's something you're not going to get again, potentially.
Dude, I just... It's like, I mean, you know, it's like, when would you use burst? And it's like, I could have won. And it's like, I guess. Like...
That was, you're stepping back in the middle of the knife edge deathmatch. You are cutting your foot in half so that you can punch the other guy in the face.
You know, I only started watching Yu Yu Hakusho like last month, so I got that reference.
Let's go.
I know an anime now. Immediate burst here from Jaboss. I wonder if they were hoping that would be a gold burst, but it was a little early.
Ooh, that was an awkward place to burst.
Oh! Oh no. This is
my God.
so much, dude.
So
Next touch
much
kills.
damage.
Yeah, force RC.
Oh, good blocks. Good patience from Jaboss. Ooh, the net play Axel special.
Yeah,
We're
not quite
living.
Yikes, dude. Yeah, good tech on that throw.
Good tech. Good 6P, though. And that's the round.
That's the
from just an
round,
errant
dude.
6P confirmed. Very
Jaboss has
nice
been
from
looking
Luminous.
so strong, but are they going to go out this fast? I mean, it's so bad guy. If anybody can do it, it's him, right? Uh-oh.
Okay, good jump H. Trying to make their way in. Luminous just a barres out. And here's Jaboss in a bad situation.
Yeah, had to burst, actually, because that literally would have put them in, like, throw death situation.
Ooh, this is so scary. This is so scary.
Look at the risk. Look at the risk getting cranked, dude. Next touch easily going to explode his whole face. No 6P or anything.
Okay, no punish on the snail. Oh my god, that was the latest DP of my life.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Oh my god. Jellyfish has got 50 bucks. Will they vortex it? No, they just ID again, and Jaboss. No response. Wild throw for the first time. No, he PRC'd it too early. No! Spaghetti, spaghetti,
Oh,
spaghetti.
didn't get the confirm. Good block on the 6H.
Fafnir too
Went
early
Fafnir.
again.
Plus frames. Making their way in. Catches the jump out.
Oh my god, the 6K.
Oh, no punish on the snail. IEDJS. You're still in this, baby.
That execution error of PRCing the wild throw too early is gonna let Jaboss get a little bit of breathing room. Can they run this back? You've got a second chance at life. Oh no.
Ooh, this is gonna be so much damage.
Life is hard.
I'm in pain.
Next hit, easily gonna kill. Okay, Jaboss
Oh,
got a
gold
gold burst.
burst.
How will they use this meter, though? Gonna just time stop? Okay.
Does he still have time stop after this? Does he still have time stop after this?
Nothing.
Oh.
Got sucked in. Jaboss is bringing out gimmicks. It is now gimmicks time. It is now dead time.
It's dead
You
time.
are
You are
so-
dead on time.
Oh.
Slayer ain't even in this game, and you're deader than dead on time ever will be.
GG's. Jaboss is going to go out 2-0 against Luminous Jellyfish. That was a good set. That was a very good set. And unfortunately, Jaboss is going to place just outside of that big old top 3 spot, is going to be taking the big 4th, so they have not made it to the money. Jaboss, we look forward to seeing you play in future weeks. You've been getting better and better. I fought Jaboss not that long ago, and I was scared of Jaboss. I was like, yeah, I want to learn some Geo. And Jaboss was like, yeah, I'll fight your Geo. And they just twerked on me for 20 minutes, or for 40 minutes or so. I got really injured. Just me and my dog getting obliterated by Axel, and I was big sad. So, I mean, Jaboss, you know, you're looking good. You're getting stronger out there. Luminous Jellyfish is going to move on to fight the person in losers finals, which is going to be Scythe. So this is going to be Soul versus Testament. Again, you know what's so funny is I feel like all of the Soul haters, it's like they're now gone, right? I feel, well, no, they're not, because they're still weird old boomers who are like,
yeah.
Soul is top 1, honey. But excluding them because they don't exist, because people don't exist if I don't want them to.
Make up a person.
Yeah, they don't exist. But
A lot of people now are Soul fans, and I gotta say, I'm one of them. I'm a huge Soul fan now. I think he's such a fun character to watch. Like, he's cool.
I've gotten to the point now where I'm starting to warm up a little more on the character because I am in the club of I just want itxz Soul back because itxz Soul is really cool.
Also, yes, do not apologize, your boss. You did awesome. You got nothing to apologize for. You threw everything you had out there, and, you know, Luminous Jellyfish clearly knew how to play the matchup. Right.
Yeah.
They were doing the dash block thing. They were doing the pressure thing. They knew what they were doing very much so. So it's like not the case where you went up against somebody just holding forward his soul, hitting S, and you died. You fought a fellow warrior, and unfortunately, they were just strong.
They were playing Under Night in Birth, EXC, late clear.
Oh, you mean twerking on me for 20 minutes? Yeah, fuck you. Ruined my damn weekend, you did.
I can't believe it. I can't believe people would be this rude.
Yeah, the next up should be Luminous Jellyfish versus Scythe. I think we're just waiting for them to scroll on over to the setup.
You know what? Hang on. I know what I'm going to do while we're waiting. I'm just going to move the boy over here slightly.
Move him, like, up and above your head, like in the corner. There he is.
There he is.
I don't know why the Family Guy pose is so funny. Like,
I don't know why the Family Guy death pose is as funny as it is, but
because like to me, it's always it's synonymous with like jumping into a couch, right? And just like it's just funny looking. You know what my hot take is, and this may shock a lot of you, is that, and I haven't seen it in a long time, but I think the first 3 seasons of Family Guy are funny. Like,
no, that's a normal opinion to have, I think.
It's a normal opinion to have, but I think a lot of people have never seen Family Guy, so they'll hear that and just go like, what? Like, why would you say that normie core? But like the first 3 seasons are, I think, pretty funny.
The first 3 seasons aren't constant cutaway gags.
No.
That's literally the thing that killed Family Guy. But I'm not going to go about animations, because we got some animations to watch here on screen.
We do. I got to say, Ft.RedMufflerMan, I think me and you have the best time-killing, just shittery of any commentator duo. I think that's our thing. But regardless, everybody, this is Losers Finals. Again, this is going to be first to 3, Scythe Mark versus Luminous Jellyfish. Yeah, a lot of people have said that they really do not like this matchup for Soul. They've said it's very bad. Like, he does not have good approach options. His fireballs, their fireballs in 6H, just nothing Vortex is not good.
Oh my god!
Girls. He had time to block?
Frames. I cannot believe he had time to block that.
That's so weird. What the hell happened?
That is funky. Could he have DP'd there, you think?
I think so. If he had time to block, he could have, right? Like,
but would it have hit? Oh my god, you're dead.
Ow.
Gators.
He said that's the 2 supers. Gators, and girls.
Oh my god.
Okay, you know, it may be a bad matchup, but every matchup for Soul is good when they've got you in the corner like this, right?
Oh yeah, because he's just a sword grappler, you know?
He's a swordler.
Yeah, he's a swordler. Oh, here we go. Baits the super. Not this time, Chief.
Yeah, it wasn't
You're
range to
going
get
into the
SSH. Oh, not quite dead.
It doesn't... I'm pretty sure that 6H could have been punished. Oh my god, we got the throw.
Dude, that was such a scram. Bro, that was the bravest 2P I've ever seen. You saw the start of 6H. Like, he was going to die.
It legitimately looked like that 6P the 2P didn't even hit. I'm so shook when I just saw the camera cut. Oh,
6H just did half of Soul's life, it looked like. Speaking of half of Soul's life, oh no. If that was Gator, he might have actually died.
Girls. Ooh.
As we connect.
Good block on the overhead, making the way downtown.
There was no path forward other than Jellyfish to just forsake their humanity, right? Like, that was the only... Oh, we're going to have to hit buttons. Commentator execution check.
Oh, shit.
Hold.
It says checking the opponent's connection.
We got to check the connection, everybody. We've got, you know, our team of people, as we do each week, we've got our team going to the transatlantic internet cable. They're down there right now in their scuba suits, making sure the cable's looking good. And we're getting word that it is.
Everything's a-okay down here, down under.
Thank you, Bones Marine #1. I appreciate your service.
Could you? I just imagine somebody just going that deep in the ocean, just like, you know, they're at the beach in like a scuba suit and they just dive. And they're just going. They got to figure that shit out.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
1-0 right now for Scythe Mark. When Luminous Jellyfish got in, it was looking as good as it could, right? But the problem is you just got to win that RPS, I feel like, with Soul.
It's just hard to get in with Soul in a matchup like this. Especially now that he's had like so many of like his hitboxes and hurt boxes just like tweaked essentially.
Stop hitting and hurting my boy.
Oh, yo, this man's just trapped in jail.
Yeah. Getting locked up. Being told he's a bad guy. Oh, boy. Bird State on. Yeah, it's going to make that 6P. That's the worst thing about Bird State. You get 6P'd in the air, you just get grappled.
Oh my god. That was unnecessary.
That was unnecessary and also incredibly unsafe. What is Scythe Mark is improv right now.
Scythe Mark is hitting buttons, and I'm all for it.
Okay.
Oh, good counter hit. That's a knockdown.
Yeah, huge starter. Scythe Mark trying to up back, but close slash working as intent.
Ooh,
Oh,
runs under the fireball. Very nice awareness from Luminous Jellyfish.
I thought Jellyfish actually had the awareness there to throw that teleport, but was totally caught flat-footed. Okay, wait a minute.
Ooh, this is gonna be damage.
Wow, I can't
They're
believe that clean
extending
hit.
it. Oh, you didn't quite get the extension, but they're probably dead. Let's go.
That was actually, in some ways, that's just when you should have ended the combo in general, right? Because that would have led to wall break kills as opposed to go back to neutral against Scythe Mark. Wow, still had time to 2K. Okay.
We got throws.
The Jellyfish is aggressive.
The strike throw that the Guilty Gear series is known for.
Bro, we're talking a man of war. This is an... Is he dead? They're dead. They're dead. They're dead.
They're dead.
They're so dead.
They're so dead.
Oh.
That was a slash into super. They
Oh.
were beyond dead.
Wow. Holy free holies. Did anyone
your
get my
average
Jellyfish
everyday
joke?
death.
Or none of you Jellyfish respecters? I'm going to be very disappointed if none of you did.
I have not watched SpongeBob in like 3 years.
It wasn't a SpongeBob joke. It was a Jellyfish joke.
No, I know. That's like my only exposure to
I said he was a
jellyfish, though.
man-o-war. That's a type of jellyfish.
See, I'm from Kentucky, so I associate man-o-war with horses.
That's not a type of horse.
But it is a name of a famous racehorse.
Okay, fine. It's also the name of a band. What do you want from me? It's also the name of a Spanish ship. Any of these work. But also, it's a jellyfish, and you're all wrong for not knowing that. Anyway, Crow's out. Bird State up. That's going to be a wall break if Jellyfish
Oh
doesn't
my
stop
God.
it. Oh, boy.
I'm surprised they didn't go with the girls.
I think at that range, they weren't sure if it was going to connect.
Understandable. Okay.
Girls can drop kind of, like, if you're not totally sure.
Gotcha. Well, regardless, they took the round.
They did take the round, but Jellyfish, whenever they, like, the 2 round starts that have worked for Jellyfish have just been 5S. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and that's how they've gotten everything started. But they get 6 feet here. Burst to keep the corner. Oh, Burst also
my
keep the
God,
corner.
That was such a protagonist burst.
These are angry, angry bursts.
Bandit revolvers out of the corner, takes a little bit of health. I
Yeah.
think that's a fine trade to take.
Tried to down back, but hit by the crocodile. These are just going to be girls for Oki. No, never mind. The girls connect. Wow, I didn't think they'd actually hit from that far.
Jesus Christo. All right, that's plus frames at the wazoo. Yes!
What a swing!
What a swing!
What a swing.
I cannot get over being in frame disadvantage and then just being like, I'm gonna hit success.
Part of me wonders if that was a slash DP and it just came out as 6S, or if that really was just a 9 million mile read of 6S.
I think it was a 9 million mile read because I can't think of why they would hit DP in that situation. With the distance
they're
that
a slash
Tesla was
DP
at.
enjoyer.
Oh. So they're a super turbo Ken player.
Well, DP would have hit there if they had hit like 6H or something. Oh, they trade.
That is true. Ooh, okay. No plus frames. Gets out of dodge.
Yeah, gets over the
Immediate
other
first
6P. Bird goes up to nowhere.
Oh my God, that's so deep.
Jump back dust, huh? They learned that from their sensei? I can't believe it.
They've been playing Xer. They've been playing double X. They know the power.
Dude, like luminous jellyfish has unlocked a chakra gate. What are these bandit bringer escapes? That's the way to get out of the corner now.
He's unlocking the 5th gate. Oh, that's
Ow.
whoa. DP.
Yikes.
Boom, boom.
That's an F.
That's such a tragic drop.
That's sad. That's sad because this is potentially the last round now for luminous jellyfish going up here against Scythe Mark.
Good block on the gator. That's a punish. They are trying so hard, but Scythe Mark is just fuzzy jumping out. They're not dealing with it.
They're not dealing with it, and that little 2K gonna get the party started. Gonna have to burst. Okay, wait a minute. They're not out of this yet. That's a huge starter.
Oh, the BRC to punish the 5K with. We're in bird state, baby.
That was so smart because they ran up to bait the gator. Scythe Mark was gonna jump out. Luminous Jellyfish has got $100. How are you gonna make it happen? No! No! It hits. It hits. It's good. It's good.
No, you're not.
That was a heavy mob. That was a heavy mob.
Definitely a heavy mob.
That was
definitely a heavy mob.
And it might have worked.
I think it would have worked. It wouldn't have mattered because they had bar anyway.
It wouldn't have mattered, but that was totally a heavy mob. So, you know what? Just for that, everybody. Just for that, as Luminous Jellyfish goes out 3-1.
Yeah, it was 100 bars, so no matter what, you would have gotten your turn back. Ooh.
Yeah. No, that would have been beautiful, but unfortunately,
I was literally thinking to myself, they had the 100 bar and they should heavy mob. And I saw the up and down motion. I saw the heavy come out, and I could feel a heart breaking in the distance.
Well, even though there is a heart breaking in the distance, we must fortify our hearts now to thank our 3rd place participant of the night, everybody. If you got an 07, drop it now in chat. Give it up. Give respect to Luminous Jellyfish, who is going to take the big 3rd place tonight with the sole bad guy, managing to beat Jabos, who was otherwise looking pretty immortal throughout the rest of this bracket, to be honest with you. Had a hell of a loser's run. Good stuff to Luminous Jellyfish. Your play is a little bit too good. I think you're too good. I don't want to see you play again. You scare me. Get out of here. Soul bad guy, more like broken bad guy. Don't want to see him no more. So as a result, you are banned permanently from Beginner Cup for life. Thank you so much for playing. We really do appreciate it. Now, we do have to figure out something, you and I, RedMufflerMan, which is we got to figure out who was the better between our 1st and 2nd place. Now, to set the stage here a little bit, in case you're just waking up from your 5th cup of gin, Pez did knock Scythe down into the loser's side of the bracket 3-0 previously. So this is going to be a loser's side run back between Pez and Scythe. The question is, in that downtime, did Scythe plug into the mainframe? Did they thank Baked Potato for the big primary uni? Thank you so much, Baked Potato. I really appreciate it.
Hey!
Did they plug in Matrix aux cable just back in the brain? And they were like, computer, how do I beat Millie of Rage? Did the computer give them the information? We will have to find out. I don't know, because I gotta say, Pez was looking pretty dang comfortable.
Pez has looked immaculate in almost every single match I've seen them in. I think it says a lot where I think legitimately the match where they looked the most uncomfortable was against PK, the Anji. And I feel a lot of that was just matchup unfamiliarity.
True, yes. I think PK is the only person tonight. No, okay, PK and P Cubed and Bazingo. Wait, no, sorry, not Bazingo. Sorry, Bazingo, I lied. Okay, screw this. I'll look through the whole bracket later. We can do the whole thing. But yes, Pez has looked immortal tonight. Now the question is, will Pez's reign be eternal? Right now, they're going up against Scythe Mark, coming up from the loser's side of the bracket. If Pez wins, this will be 3 Milia wins in a row. I hate this. Milia is now banned.
Oh my god.
If Pez wins, Milia's banned.
Ban Milia, ban Zato, ban Kyle while you're at it.
Just throw it. Just throw him in there, why don't we?
You should also probably ban Giovanna.
Ooh, S-Disc. Weird choice.
Alright, knockdown. Okizumi, you're not blocking the back of your dome.
Wow, 6P actually going to stop that. I feel like Pez was trying to be coy and like maybe cross that up, but teleport in place because the girl wasn't out yet. I wonder if that was intentional for Scythe. It looked like they didn't really need to do that. Is this going to wall stick? Oh my god, he's dead! That's the first bad moon that we've seen.
I've seen all night.
And it could have been anything. It could have just been a JH or whatever,
Yeah,
but for some reason a bad mood.
They're using a lot of air fireballs to kind of check a lot of Milia's air movement here, potentially.
Ugh, that's an ugly back throw, though. Milia, just as much as everybody else, is super vulnerable to this. Now, Pez has escaped this from Scythe Mark previously by finding these jump outs.
Just like
gets
that.
the rose. Exactly.
Jumps out of Verb. And now we're back in neutral. This is still a relatively good place for Scythe Mark. They can play this slow.
What? What is with
Oh
these
my
Milia
God.
players doing the absolute dumbest gold burst I've ever seen in my life in Grand Finals? I'm sorry, my rage got the best of me.
Apparently the rage got the best of them too. It's fine.
They just seeing red.
It is their name. Oh, tried to go for. Oh god, that was so funky. It looked like they went for maybe an air throw and wasn't ready for the jump D to actually connect. Regardless,
super funky.
Scythe Mark takes the round.
Scythe Mark does take the round, so could this be a person transformed? Could Scythe Mark have they jacked into the Matrix? Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Wow, that was actually sick that the bird still connected there from where the girls were.
H into Bird at the distance where Milia is a little risky to want to jump out there.
Wow, Rose, that wasn't quite a punish, but it seemed like Scythe Mark maybe have been trying to start up 6P. They're way too high for the Gator. PRC to stay safe.
Ooh.
That's $100 straight in the gutter.
Look, sometimes you just gotta spend the cash.
Oh no, do not let this comeback happen.
Oh, good block on the low, but then they just get frame trapped by the close flash. That's a knockdown. Broken glass, broken glass. Not quite.
Oh my god, the double overhead. Pez with that comeback. I thought that was in the bag for Scythe Mark.
Oh no.
There was no OTG after that. I think that, like, something must have been able to reach. Testament's got a big Scythe.
Now, if I were Scythe Mark right now, I would take a deep breath, get a drink of whatever substance is next to you, whether that be water or not water, and take a big deep breath. Maybe do a breathing exercise for like 1 minute. And get back in there.
Yeah.
I feel like there was definitely good play on both sides there. That came down to like 1 or 2 scrambles.
It did.
It just so happened to go one way or the other.
Yeah, you got to see the W's there, right? There was a lot that went wrong. Also, for Malachite, in terms of dissing that Milia Gold Burst, I am of the opinion that if you play a character, you inherit the sins that come with that character. They're inheriting that Gold Burst that Shrug did last week, which, if you did not see that, was a bit of a... That sin will stay on that character forever. It was a misinput, Pez? Okay. Sorry, I misjudged.
Understandable. That shit Man, it sucks when you fat finger Gold Burst, because usually it's when you're in the middle of a sequence and you feel really nice, and then all of a sudden you just see Gold Burst come out and you're just like...
Dude, I was playing Melee with Fluffy Bunny the other day, and Fluffy, like, wave dash backwards and punished something, and then accidentally paused and, like, panned around his character and unpaused, and I thought it was, like, to be like, I'm so nasty, and they were like, I'm so sorry, I mispaused. Like, it was, like, the most mean, like, looking thing. Anyway,
Bird
Bird...
you in the leg with a BB gun. I'm so sorry, my dude. It was an accident.
Dude, exactly. Milia 6P doing the thing it does. I swear to God, Milia 6P never anti-airs. You are just on the ground next to her afterwards every time. It never hits people out of here.
Ooh, that's a big success. Oh, the burb. They didn't just do the no girls bird. That's unfortunate.
It's a chuck. Scythe's got meter, yeah, but so here's the problem, right? Scythe has really liked using Gator in defensive situations. You can't. It's not an option with how Pez is playing. Not only Gator's got these little legs. They got these cute little leggy boys. They can't go that high. She's too high in the air. But also, he's crossing up his inputs.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how's a Gator supposed to come out when they're getting crossed up in the bayou?
Yeah, the duct tape straight around the mouth.
Exactly. It's why do you think Steve Irwin always approached them from the back?
Steve Irwin is a dishonest warrior. Winger here going to break the wall.
Steve Irwin wall break.
Thanks, Steve. You know, I respect the attempt, but Scythe still got 50 bucks. That gold burst would have only gotten 50 meter, but gotta bring it to the wall. Should be dead. Oh no, Pez. Pez has got momentum on momentum, dude.
I'm seeing a couple of small adjustments from Scythe, but Pez is just playing out of their mind.
Playing out of their mind. Playing absolutely out of their mind right now. You know, you gotta wonder. It's like, what is Pez's training regimen off stream? Like, are they hitting up the Metaphys? Are they like, Lord Knight, give me that? Never mind. Because, Cam, can you give me the tips? Like, where are they going for the hot Millia tips?
100 TK Bad Moons, 500 hair cars, and then 1,000 push-ups every single day.
True. That's all you need to play a good Millia.
Both sides, by the way. So when you're done with those 1,000 push-ups, you gotta turn to the other side of the screen.
Yeah, absolutely. But 1,000 throw Oki discs, totally. All right, Pez is 2-0 right now against Scythe, dude. Oh, not the way you want this to start.
I'll manage to burst out, but this
Scythe?
is definitely a deficit.
Yeah, Scythe is going to take that early burst, but I mean, now you're stuck in this Oki situation with no burst, and that Gator is just not going to be a factor.
At best, they might want to try to block and either try to YRC or just block it out.
I
Either
really
way, it's
love-
not a good situation to be in.
I love Pez's use of meter. I've never really seen a Millia so just always combo.
I respect the idea of sending out the horizontal bird, but I feel like they need to set up the girls first potentially to make Pez want to jump out.
You gotta do something right now, RedMufflerMan. This is potentially last round of the whole tournament if Scythe cannot dig deep and find the answers. The 2K low profile, the JH!
Oh, and there we go. That's what I was talking about. They set up the girl, they go with the high bird. You can't jump out of that, but it doesn't matter. They've been knocked down. Gators!
Didn't do nothing, dude. Gator disarmed.
Oh my god.
Bro, I do not know how Pez navigated all that. There was so much nonsense on screen. But gets the hit here. This is going to be an RSA into a snap, I think. No!
Oh, double overhead. They blocked the second overhead.
Dude,
Countered by disc.
the mega delayed disc has been the Pez special.
Oh! No beach. They didn't get the confirm.
No! Oh, God. Oh, God! Close slash! There was not... Scythe didn't even hit a button. They just teleported there and said, please hit me in order to win Beginner Cup. Oh, man. I feel like Scythe was definitely feeling the nerves there. And, I mean...
Oh, my God.
We've all been there.
The spaghetti. I know that feeling.
You know what this means? This is actually... Everyone misuses it. But hashtag Millia sweep. Y'all got homework. We can't let this happen again. Next week, if any of y'all lose to a Millia, you're answering to me. You gotta, everybody, just at a good Millia player you know and say, please teach me.
Or pay Lord Knight the $1 dues.
No, that's the joke I made is LK's not playing Millia anymore.
Oh, really?
That's why I said you went to LK and said never mind and said went to Kazam. Because LK was like, hell no.
Wait, who does LK play now?
Biken, I think.
Oh, that makes sense. That's an LK choice. I can get behind.
Right? Am I wrong about that, chat? I'm pretty sure LK is going straight Biken, right? Kazam is dropping Millia? Fuck. Wait. Okay, so the actual narrative is that 2 Millias fought at EVO. Kazam knocked out LK, and they both dropped Millia.
That's so funny.
2 Millias walk into a bar. They both walk out as Biken mains.
What happens when you take 2 bad moons and you put them together? Well, obviously you both lose an arm.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, you both come out of there going, Wataru. Rat is also playing Nago. Rat was just playing Millia on Wednesday, so I know that's only half true at least. There's still some hope. Or so. Anyway, everybody, hold on. Very importantly, let's give it up. Let's give it up. Hold up. This ain't about any other players. This is about the 2 best players of the night. Coming in second place was Scythe. Matrix, or Psychmark, sorry. Your name has a lot of X's in it. Scythemark came in the big ol' second place. The Testament was cooking, dude. I don't think anybody even dented Scythemark on their path of destruction up to winners finals. And then down in losers finals, put the hurt on Luminous Jellyfish, who has been looking so hot all night. And you put too much hurt on him, I think. That is going to be an infraction, and as a result, you're banned for life. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, Scythe. Next time, pull your punches a little bit more. You know what I mean?
GG's to Scythe Mark. They are going to... Jaboss is saluting so hard, their arm is going to fall off, and they're going to become a bike and main. GG's to Scythe Mark. You played really well all night. You are banned for life in the big second place because first place goes to Pez. As people were saying, the Pez were dispensed. Cherry flavor, strawberry flavor, high flavor, low flavor, cross-up flavor. Bro, we dispensing. Pez is going to put another W on the Milia sign, which is disgusting. You're banned for life because I just can't let Milia players keep getting away with this. This can't
I gotta
happen.
say right now, I'm still shocked that I saw Amelia run through the bracket and I didn't see a single TK bad moon.
Not a single one.
I didn't see a single TK bad moon.
Not a single one, dude. Not a single bad moon. I can't believe it. Pez, thank you very much for playing. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing tonight. For the record, I know your name is short for peasant. We're just making a Pez joke because that's what your name is. But what do you want me to do? Make Trogdor jokes? Do people still get Trogdor jokes? That would just be me and RedMufflerMan and the other 40-year-olds in chat where we're like, yeah, man, make the funny Trogdor jokes.
I was literally saying broken glass because of Homestar.
That's actually really funny. Oh, man.
Broken glass, broken glass.
That's it. Yeah, dude. That's a newer one, isn't it?
I recall that I actually don't remember. I remember it being old, but this could be me being old.
For the record, everybody, please thank Jam Jar Sook for the big 5 months. I really do appreciate it, dude. Also, yes, big dude. Come on, look at the big dude. The big dude, and then I'll let Mufflerman go. Thank you very much, everybody, tonight for playing and all that jazz. Mufflerman, do you have any last words for the chat?
Ooh, I would just like to say, Bones, thank you for inviting me. This has been an absolute blast. I love getting to commentate. I don't get to do it as much as I used to. So getting the chance to come on here and see all of these people who you label as beginners, I don't know about that, Chief. I think everyone's pretty good here, TBH. But yeah, it's been good. So thank you all so much, and I hope that you all keep playing, keep improving, and love fighting games as much as all of us do.
That was a very genuine response, so I'll hit you with a not genuine one to balance it out. All right, burn and 8 with the peasants. Go to bed, Grandma. I'll catch you later, all right?
All right.
See you, Mufflerman.
Let me find Discord. Okay.
Let me just find the Discord, dude. All right, everybody, that's another one in the bag. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let's get Rob on screen here. And I'm going to find a... For the record, everybody, unfortunately, a lot of my guest appearances that... you're banned as heck, Scythe Mark. You're out of here. For the record, in case you're wondering why I haven't been having a lot of other guest appearances lately, first of all, I just love Mufflerman. I hope you enjoy his commentary as much as I do. I think me and Mufflerman are, like... personally, in my headspace, I'm like, that's the tone. That's perfect. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. But a lot of them have just been falling through. Like, I'll have somebody where they're like, yeah. And they're like, no. And it's like, all of it is totally justified, and it's not something like roast people over. So it's just been kind of falling through. But I will see if I can get some sort of cool guest for next week. I've got a couple ideas. But in the meantime, you know what's funny is last week somebody said, like, I don't get this outro. And I forgot who you were. If you're here in chat, I don't mean anything mean by that, but I was just like, there's nothing to get. I just think it's kind of funny. So that being said, everybody, we are going to roll the outro. You know what? Y'all have been working hard lately. There are no prompts tonight. Everybody just take it in. Everybody take in your victories, your hard-fought battles, and enjoy the PS1 intro. I'm going to go find a raid. I will catch you all later. Thank you so much again for watching, and thank you very much for playing. Bye-bye.
I just realized I was muted that entire time. I'm so sorry. Hi, everybody. I got distracted by Rob dancing, and I did not find a raid, so I'm looking. If you've got a recommendation for where you should go, let me know. I'm looking through the Guilty Gear Strive catalog. Hotashi? Hotashi streaming? Kazam is streaming, as is Remy Celeste, as is Marvello. Oh, because they're all streaming for TNS. Okay, everybody. Between Marvello, Kazam, and Remy, who are you a bigger fan of? Whose personality do you like more? Are we all Remy fans? Let's see. Remy has been streaming for a while is the only thing. How long has Kazam been live? Sorry, for some reason I'm like, this week I'm going to pick my shot. I ain't going to miss with this raid. All right, we'll raid Remy. I'll throw y'all out a Remy. If they immediately throw you somewhere else, I try my best. That's the plan. Everybody go say hi to Remy Celeste for me. They're great. Thank you so much again, everybody, for watching. I will catch you all later. Goodbye.